Am I in front of the camera? I feel like this was slightly delayed. I'm here. I think I'm here. I don't know anymore. I never can tell if I'm really here. I think I'm here. I'm here. Hi. Like for some reason everything was delayed and I'm delayed. Everything's delayed. Everything in my life is delayed today. What is this? What is this nonsense? How's everybody doing? Sorry that it took us a minute to get here. Hi, Jay. Oh, hey, ads. Oh, that's a first. Oh, because everything got monetized again. I think the ads are back. I didn't even think of that. I was like, hey, ads. Give me a second. I just want to see where the cat is. Did the cat... Is Coco laying down? Oh, Coco's sleeping on the bed. I was going to say, Coco was just in here like 2 seconds ago. There is ads back, apparently. Time is 1:26:06. Well, there is a clock. So I guess we'll just skip the ads and then you could reset the clock. I forgot that. We haven't had to deal with monetization in so long. I forgot. Last week, the reason there was no ads is because I was celebrating the fact that we were monetized. But I don't know if you guys remember, in the middle of the live stream, I had to turn everything back on so we'd get super chats. So I guess because we were in the middle of a live stream, it didn't activate ads. But I didn't even think of that until just now when whoever said it. Star said it. Let's get everything set up first. Let's go. YouTube. By the way, the reason we're late, I saw Michael. Michael, thank you for the heads up. I should have said something, but I was literally driving home at the speed of light because I already was running late. It was ironic, I guess, that it did the thing. This morning, I did Severance last night. Finished like 2 in the morning. I got up at 7:30 in the morning. I did Yellow Jackets. Then I had to go help my father with something. And right before I left, I posted the live stream. I did what I did, like I've done it before, where I always list the videos as private till they go through all the checks for copyright. And then once they go through all the checks, I put it up public. I always forget that when I do the live stream, I got to put public because there is no checks on a live stream. So I must have just not been thinking when I did it because I was running out the door and I marked it private. So I had posted the live stream like last night or this morning. I can't even remember, to be honest with you. It was either last night or this morning. I posted the live stream, but I marked it private. So the only one that could see it was me. So that's not really helpful when you're trying to promote a live stream to have you be the only one that knows it. So Michael texted me like around, I don't know, like 4:30 or sent me a Discord. And I was flying home to get back to do the live stream. And I saw it, I out of the corner of my eye, I saw it. I'm like, oh crap. So I immediately text my sister and I said, go change this. But then by the time like I got a hold of her or whatever, I was basically like, I might as well just wait till I get home and do it. And that is why we're here. Then I got home and the Yellow Jackets show that I just edited got copyright blocked. After I got all the checks cleared and everything, it got blocked. And I was like, well, since I'm already running late, I might as well fix that up. So as you can see, I literally just posted a Yellow Jackets re-edit like 20 minutes ago. And then I figured might as well get a drink and set everything up. Hopefully that's the only one. Yeah, I don't honestly know. It's been so long since I've been monetized. I honestly couldn't tell you. But let's get everything set up. I am so exhausted between Severance. Like, it's nice to have everything happen in a day. Like I told you guys last week, Severance is at 9 o'clock last night. Then Yellow Jackets comes out at 3 a.m. today. And then the live stream is Friday night. So I pretty much get everything done that's like current in the same 24-hour period. I do the live stream, Severance, and Yellow Jackets. Those are all my shows that are going on right now. Then Sunday or Monday, I edit up an Adventure Time and I throw up Critical Role's YouTube video on like a Tuesday. That's all at my own leisure. But things that actually drop, well, everything comes out in the same 24-hour period. Now, it's great because the rest of the week, I don't have to worry about time constraints. But I am so exhausted by Friday night. And then when shit happens like copyright, like Yellow Jackets, is becoming such a pain in the ass. I love the show, but every episode has gotten copyright blocked like 10 times. Severance, I never had a problem with. I've done every episode of Severance, never a single problem, and I probably put up more content for that than I do Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets, every week without fail. My sister said the same thing, so it's not just me, obviously. Every single week, without fail, it gets copyright blocked multiple times. And then I re-edit it, I throw it back up, like a day or two later, copyright blocked again, to the point where like I almost don't even want to do it because I stay up till 3 a.m. I'm already exhausted, and I know the live stream is Friday night, and then in between I've got to sit there anticipating the live stream or the video being blocked. And it does every time. No matter what I do, it's blocked every time. I think it's because Yellow Jackets is filled with so much goddamn music. Like, it's amazing. I love it. It's like 80s and 90s music, like, throughout. But I literally go out of my way to chop all the music out. But no matter what I do, there'll be like a radio playing in the background where they're listening to something, or like they'll be driving a car and you can slightly hear it in the background. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's got to be intentional. There was another show I used to do like this where I'm like, I feel like they go out of their way to make like a song play constantly so that you don't try to copyright it or use it as a reaction video. That being said, I am exhausted and everything got accomplished, but like, I'm just freaking tired of it. I feel like we're already halfway through Yellow Jackets. Severance only has 3 episodes left, but Severance is a joy. I wait up till 9 p.m. last night. I did it. I have fun editing it. It never gives me a problem. It's just goddamn Yellow Jackets. I'm going to bring out a post. All right, where's the time? I'm sorry, I had to rant a little. Then I had to help my dad. My dad's like, I need your help with this. And that was just nonstop insanity and stress all afternoon, dealing with that, helping my father. It wasn't his fault. It was just...
Welcome back, guys. All right, I think
what he had me do was annoying as
rested
shit.
And bathroom break. Yep. And so we pick it back up.
All right, 1:26:06. 1:26:06. We'll set up the clock. We have exactly an hour and a half as per usual. As per usual. How's everyone else's days going? Now that I just complained like a sloppy bastard. How's everybody doing? How are all my friends and family out there? There was something I had to tell you guys, and I can't remember what it related to. It was something interesting, and now I don't remember what it was. There was so many things going on today, but it's probably not important. I always tell you guys the goings-on of my life. Oddly enough, Friday night, this isn't what I was going to tell you guys, but it just came to mind. I was telling everybody, this is odd, how I always tell you guys I remain friends with all my ex-girlfriends. I think it was last week or maybe it was the week before where I was like, I might hang out with one of my ex-girlfriends, but I wasn't sure. Well, if it was last week, I can't remember. But the craziest thing, one of my exes, like one of my first crushes, I guess you'd call it, because I never, like, it wasn't like love or anything like that. But one of my first crushes ever hit me up, like, hours after the live stream last Friday. It was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and I got a text from a random number, and it was one of those things like, you look at the number and you're like, I know this phone number, but I don't know why. And I immediately was like, I know this phone number, but it's back when like I remembered phone numbers, and that's like 20 years plus ago, because now you just, any girlfriend I've had in the last 15 years, I put their phone number in my phone. I couldn't tell you what the number is. It's like they give me your phone number, or they give me their phone number. I put it in my phone. I never look at it again. You just go call so-and-so and it calls the person, or you just hit text or dial or whatever. I don't know phone numbers anymore. But this number went far enough back that it preceded? Am I saying that right? It predated, I guess. It predated not having to remember phone numbers. And I was like, this is weird. And I first thought it was my ex-fiance, because I told you guys I was engaged for like 6 years going back to high school, which is a good 25 years ago at this point. So the very first thing I thought was, oh my God, is this my ex-fiance? And it said, is this still ViewMasters' phone number? And I was all I got. And I'm like, well, clearly they know it's me, but I know this phone number and I don't know exactly why. So I text them back, and it happened to be the girl who I was interested in before I even met my ex-fiance from high school. So we're going back to like 13, 14 years old. Granted, like I said, I'm 43 years old. So this was like 30 years ago. And I was like, what is happening? And I almost thought it was like a prank, but I knew and recognized the number. So I'm like, no, this is definitely the number of that person. And they were like, I haven't talked to them in probably like 15 or 20 years. And they were basically like, I've got divorced, and I figured I'd hit up an old friend, and I've hung out with them since. But I was like, it was like totally bizarre and insane to me, because I was telling you guys either that week or the week before that I might hear from an ex-girlfriend, but it was an ex-girlfriend that I usually talk to all the time, that I see constantly. So it was just totally bizarre. So I hung out with her, long story short, even though it's already very long. And she recently got divorced. She's got like 3 kids. Still looked exactly the same as I remember her. I'm not even kidding. Like almost better than I remember her from high school. Like I probably knew her in middle school going into high school. So we hung out a few times, but it was totally bizarre. And half of my week was consumed with hanging out with her and catching up on 30 years ago. So it's interesting how crazy life could be sometimes, where I never thought I'd see this person again in my life. And I never even thought about it because it was 30 years ago. And then they just kind of like pop back in. And we were joking about how like, it was just like so easily we just got back together. Like we were like, hey, she lives like 5 minutes away from me. And she was like, hey, you want to go meet at this place? And I'm like, yeah, I go there all the time. And we met up, we had dinner, and it was like nothing ever changed. Like we like never stopped hanging out or something. It was bizarre, but it was a lot of fun. And I was quite pleased with the scenario. So that was consuming half of my week and blowing my mind. But that being said, I just thought it was interesting because I told you guys there was a chance I might get a call from an ex, and I think I willed the gods, or I created a divorce somehow. Anywho, that kind of happened to me once, but only a couple years out of high school. Someone called me, but they were one Steven out of... They were what? They were one Steven out of about 20 in my class, and I nearly hung up on them, because most of the Stevens were the worst asshats. But it's funny you say that, Star, because one of my ex-girlfriends, after the first girlfriend I had after my ex-fiance, had the same name as this girl. So when I said, who is this? I am still ViewMasters, because the first thing she said was, are you still ViewMasters? And I was like, yes, I'm still ViewMasters. And she was like, it's Lauren. And I was like, oh my God. And my first serious girlfriend after my ex-fiance, we were together for like almost 4 years, and her name was Lauren. So I was like in my head thinking, that doesn't look like her phone number, but why would she lie? And then I'm like, oh my God, no, it's another Lauren from 10 years before that. So it was interesting because it did trick me at first, where I was like, you aren't the person you're saying you are. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, it is. It's just a different person that I wasn't ever expecting to ever hear from again. So it was totally insane. I was going to make a blowing joke, but my knees are too tired. I don't think so clever. Just them being... Jay, does it make any difference if I skip the ads on the Vox O'Clock videos? I think if you watch them, I get money. I'm pretty sure if you watch them, I get money. If you don't watch them, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to hate you. It is like, honestly, I just like the fact that I could do super chats. And if you notice, go look at my last couple videos, I have my end cards back. That was the biggest excitement of being monetized again. Not only do I get ad revenue occasionally, but my biggest concerns were super chats. And I now get to use my old end cards. Every video used to end with an end card that had a clickable Patreon button and a subscribe button. When I lost my monetization, they made it where I was unable to have clickable links And that was like huge to me because I feel like even though it sounds ridiculous, if you have a clickable link, so many more people check it out than if you have to like copy and paste. As crazy as that sounds, I've done it myself, so I know it's real. But they said if you have a clickable link, you are like 50% more likely to have someone check out your site than if you have a thing that says like copy and paste this. So mainly it will probably boost my Patreon, which is where I make most of the money off of this, which is not why I do this, but it definitely helps, pay the bills. But mainly it was that and super chats, because super chats, I had to do Streamlabs and Vimeo and stuff like that. And you guys know the deal. It's just more inconvenient. Like I said, it's more convenient for people to do super chats. It's more convenient for people to click linkable end cards. So that all comes along with the territory of being monetized. It's like they give you perks for monetizing. But I also get ad revenue. So if you watch the ads, I do get money. But I'm talking like probably like a couple pennies. I'm not even joking. Every ad you watch, I probably get a couple pennies. But if like 1,000 people watch a couple ads, it amounts to like a couple dollars. And then those couple dollars amount to tens and hundreds. And at the end of the month, you see a check for like maybe $100 if you're lucky. It all, and now mind you, this adds up all the videos. I have over 3,000 videos. If I have one person watch one ad on every one of my 3,000 videos, I'll end up with like $50 to $100. Now, if 10 people watch an ad on every video of my 3,000, I'll end up with like 1,000. Well, not 1,000, but like, it exponentially goes up. So don't worry about it. If you want to watch the ads, watch the ads. I literally leave YouTube on in my room and I just let the ads play because I don't feel like running over, grabbing my remote control and like hitting skip. But if I'm on my phone, I'll skip them sometimes and stuff like that. Point being, don't feel like you need to watch the ads to give me pennies. Like I said, it adds up, but like I'm not doing it for that. It's just like extra income at the end of the day. Familiar with the company J Baskets? I do not know this. They sent me the boba. I don't know what that means. I never heard of J Baskets. Likes, comments, and watching the whole vids will help more in the long run. That too. Like Michael's right. It will help the algorithm if you like and you comment and you do things like watching the ads and stuff. It does help the algorithms to send my video. That's another reason why I wanted to monetize again. People claim that it doesn't make a difference, but other people claim it makes a huge difference, where if you're not monetized, that YouTube will put you on the back burner and your video won't get as much views. But other people say, no, that's not a thing. But people are like, yeah, don't listen. Because the people that say that are usually working for YouTube. Like, I've literally asked them, like, if I'm not monetized, is it going to really hurt my channel? And they're like, no, we don't put you on the back burner. That would be wrong to give people an advantage over you just because they're making us money. And I'm like, that would make sense, though. If someone's monetizing, obviously YouTube, if I'm not monetized, YouTube's not making money, nor am I. But like YouTube's like, yeah, we don't care that you're not making money. We're not making money. But if you monetize, both of you make money. So people have claimed that if you're not monetized, that YouTube like will put your videos to the back of the list kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, it would make sense. In all honesty, it would make sense that they would do that. But they claim they don't. I do know, though, that likes and comments and everything else do greatly help. That is a true thing. That is like everyone, everywhere, all the time. Everything, anywhere, all the time is correct about that. Capitalism, don't fuck around. Yes. Also have premium, but am sort of into the BTS stuff going on. Ace. Who is Ace? Ace gotta be Lace. Oh, Lace Up Hockey. Lace Up, you changed to Ace? Obviously, it's gotta be Lace Up Hockey. Maybe he said something. Well, yeah, Ninja was sending all his tips, lol. I have premium, so I don't know how all that works out. I can't stand ads and commercials. At one time, when I dated Michelle, Marion Ravenwood hated commercials. I'll be honest with you. I've told you guys before. I actually like commercials. I like if I'm just hanging out. I love commercials. This is the God's honest truth. You can ask Michelle or anybody. I love commercials because it reminds me of being younger when like you didn't have a choice. And honestly, half the shit I watch commercials for, I end up buying. I'm one of those people where, like, if you show me a commercial, I'm like, that looks cool as shit, and I'll end up buying it. So not only do I watch the commercials and give ad revenue to other channels, but I usually end up buying the crap. So, like, I'm a fan of commercials because it gives me an excuse to buy shit I probably don't need. But if like I said, that's just me. And I grew up in a time where commercials, like I literally watch a channel called, oh, what is it called? Something Archives, like Rob's Archive commercial videos or something. I literally will sit there and watch like 3 hours of old 80s and 90s commercials. This guy like montages them together. And I'll literally just sit there and watch old commercials, like hours of nothing but commercials. But it's like, you know, nostalgic commercials and stuff like that. But I'll watch the new shit and I'll buy stuff all the time. Like that's how I found that scale. The scale that I showed you guys that I ordered that does like the thing you pull up and it gets like your body weight and your muscle mass and everything. I never saw it before until a commercial on YouTube. So like there are a lot of commercials that I end up buying random crap. 90% of the stuff I watch and listen to is on YouTube. So getting the yearly premium is worth it for me. Not sure if it's worth it for more normies type. Like I honestly, I would say more than 50% of what I watch is YouTube. I watch YouTube, I watch Netflix, I have Plex, so I have movies on there when I'm watching movies that I want. But like I would say the vast majority of what I watch is Netflix, Tubi, and YouTube. And not even so much Tubi. I would say Netflix is like 25%, Tubi's like 10% maybe. I would say way more than 50% of everything I watch is on YouTube. And I could get premium, but I enjoy the commercials. I truly do. Michelle, I was going back to what I said with Marion Ravenwood. Michelle hated it. So she would get the premium. So we'd skip commercials and she hooked it to my TV. And I'm like, I don't like that we don't get commercials anymore. I literally told her, I'm like, I switch off your account because I don't like that your account doesn't have commercials. I want to watch commercials occasionally. Like, I don't like when you're bombarded and then eventually you start seeing the same shit over and over again and that gets annoying. But as long as it's like within reason and it's not the same commercial, because sometimes you see the same commercial over and over. At that point, I'll switch to her account and be like, I'm done with this bullshit. Amazon and Netflix, depending on what... Oh, I do watch a lot of Amazon Prime. They have good stuff like Eureka. I watch on there. Warehouse 13, Vox Machina. There's a lot of good stuff on Amazon Prime that I catch. HBO Max, I watch for Doctor Who. HBO Max has got some good... But like some of those, I just watch like one show. Like Apple TV right now. All I watch on Apple TV is Severance. And then when Severance ends, I usually cancel Apple TV. So like... I do watch other streaming services, but it's usually for specific shows that only come out like once a year. I canceled Prime because of their new commercial BS. I honestly haven't watched Prime in probably like a month or two. The only thing I was watching recently was Eureka, and I marathoned it like the beginning of last month, so I don't think I've seen Prime in like a month or so. And I don't think Eureka had commercials. I also might have an ad blocker on that, but I don't think Eureka made me watch commercials because I don't recall there being commercials when I watched Eureka. Anyhow, it is almost 7 o'clock. Is everybody ready to go? Set your clocks, 1:26:06. We got an hour and a half. I figured we'd talk a little. I'm going to go on my backup account right now and like the video. If you guys have not liked the video, now is your chance. We have not hit the 50 likes in 2 straight weeks. Devastating, breaks my heart. I cry to sleep at night. But we're almost to 15. So if you don't want Jay to cry himself to sleep at night, throw up a like. Let me say hi to everybody too. I didn't say hi to everybody. HollyMac79, clever name I made, Vero G, Ace, and Michael, my moderators, all in a row. Look at that. All 3, all in a row. I do see an ad just popped up. That's the first. When I just signed on my other account, I see an ad for, what is this ad? Credit Karma. See, I might be interested in that ad, but I already have Credit Karma. I already subscribed to Credit Karma because it's Intuit, and Intuit does my taxes. So I am a member already of Credit Karma because of taxes. It's very reasonable. If you do a yearly thing, you only pay like $75 and you could do your taxes. So I just stay subscribed every year because they've never done me wrong on my taxes. So that is why I have Credit Karma. Wait till the Briarwood arc. Is that when people are going to jump in? I honestly, Daniel O'Day, what is up, by the way? I honestly think that's what it is. I think people are more into the later arcs. Clever name I made. I'm going back to saying hi to everybody because I stopped in the middle of it. Clever name I made. Daniel O'Day. My good friend Neil is there. I also see Colvin. And I think I got pretty much everybody that talked in the chat so far. Yep, I think that's everybody. If I missed, what is this? A goal? Oh, you could actually make super chat goals? Choose the super chat colors that count. That's new. They didn't have this before. Pick a goal. Teal and higher. Set a timer. I never seen that before. There's actually a goal for super chats. So, M. Gormley is here. I'm not kidding. I didn't see M. Gormley until just now. But for some reason, I thought I saw him up earlier, and I was just going to shout him out anyway. So, M. Gormley is in the chat. We're at the 15 likes, everybody. So, well, 15, not 50. We're at 15 likes. We're 10 away from halfway. We got an hour and a half. So, let's jump in, and we'll do our 3, 2, 1. If we hit an ad, the clock will keep running. I won't hit an ad. I have an ad blocker on. I'm curious. I don't know, actually. I use Firefox with ad blockers, and I'm pretty sure even with monetization, I won't... Like, we're going to find out, because I'm not on my account. This is my sister's account that we watch it on Firefox. So there's I think with the ad blocker on Firefox, I won't get ads anyway. So if you keep getting ads, just deal with it and reset the clock, or go to Firefox and get an ad blocker. It won't work on Google. Google Chrome, ad blockers won't work anymore with YouTube. We figured that out the hard way. The easy way. And Ace, glad you got it functioning again. Ace with the $2 super chat. Thank you, Ace. Ace, you get the first swig. This is a mixed beverage. I am drinking alcohol today, everybody. I decided Fridays will be my drinking day. I think I told you this last week. But being as football season's over and Jay is not a perfect man and wants to drink on occasion, I was supposed to wait till St. Patrick's Day. We're 17 days away. Jay already lost 5 pounds. He's going way slower than he originally said. Originally, my goal was to lose 30 pounds by St. Patrick's Day. I lost about... That was the reason. I was going to tell you, everybody, that I kind of gave up on the 30 pounds. I'm still dieting and lifting weights and trying to lose weight. But I was going so gung-ho, and then I started hanging out with this girl. And she wanted to go to the bar and drink. And I wasn't going to tell a pretty lady that I wasn't going to go to the bar and drink because I'm trying to lose 30 pounds by St. Patrick's Day. So once I went out with her, I was like, all right, being as I drank on Friday... And then like 3 days later, I drank again. I'm like, let me just enjoy my life. I'll have some drinks on Friday. On occasion, if I go out with her or something, I'll have a beverage. But I still am lifting weights and dieting. And I still am losing weight, just not nearly as quick as I had originally planned. So sorry, St. Patrick's Day. You're going to have a little fatter of a J than you would have. But that being said, I made a mixed alcoholic beverage right here. It is a bunch of shit. A bunch of shit that will get me drunk. So, cheers. Ace gets the first drink. If anybody wants me to take 500 swigs, then send a super chat, or we'll wait until the 30-minute mark. Either the 30-minute mark or every super chat, I will drink 50. Or if we get a new person. Those are the rules now. Brand new people, get a swig. 30 minutes on the clock, gets a swig. A super chat gets a swig. That's the deal. Ace... We love you. Oh, Jay might have made that way too strong. Ooh. Jay might have made that way too strong. Ninja Master is in the chat. I don't know if Ninja just heard the deal, but Jay's adding some Gatorade to that because Jay might have made that way too strong. But Ninja gets a swig. Ninja with the $5 super chat. Bidet fam, what do we got here? What are the emojis? We got... Is that Is that a sun peeking out over a cloud, or is that a tornado? What is that? It looks like the sun peeking out of the clouds with a puff puff pizza ninja wizard. That's what I'm gonna say. A puff puff pizza ninja wizard. To Ninja Master, look, I had to fill it up with Gatorade. That is a strong, strong beverage. R.I.P. Does that say R.I.P.? For Dawn, aka the Ice Princess, and the GOAT, Gene Hackman. Who is Dawn, aka the Ice Princess? Yeah, did you see that with Gene Hackman? I did see that with Gene Hackman. What is that all about? That is one of the weirdest celebrity deaths I've seen in forever. Gene Hackman, 95 years old, found dead with his 65-year-old wife and dog, all three dead. That is, now I'm spilling. All right, Ninja Master. Cheers to Ninja Master. I filled it way too high and I spilled it everywhere. I'm such a pig. A piece of shit. Anywho. Yes, my last few, Michelle Trachtenberg. Yes. I don't know that reference from her. I know her from Pete and Pete. I know her from Harriet the Spy. And one of my favorites, where she is forgotten often, is Eurotrip. She is gorgeous. Well, she was gorgeous in Eurotrip. I mean, Jesus. That was like a weird one too. I think it said it was like a liver transplant gone wrong or something. She was like 39 years old. That's just sad, because stuff like that happens all the time. That's just, I mean, not all the time, but that's, that's not like completely out of the realm of possibilities. But Gene Hackman, 90, imagine living to 95 and then they find you dead with your wife and your dog, all three dead. That's bizarre. That is like, I was like, oh my God, Gene Hackman's going to live forever. And then not only does he die, but so does his wife and his dog. And no one knows why, unless something happened today. I was reading all about it yesterday. I've never seen Gossip Girl, but yes, I did see that was one of them too. I've never watched Gossip Girl. I loved her in Disney's Ice Princess. I've never seen that. Yeah, she is not forgotten. Eurotrip is a great one. The body rejected the liver. So it was just like that's what I figured. I didn't read like too much into it. I just saw like complications from a liver transplant. Carbon took them out. But yeah, see, I saw something originally that said they thought it was carbon monoxide. But then later on, like last night or this morning, I saw something where it said they've totally ruled out it being a gas leak or carbon monoxide. So I don't know if they changed their minds, but the last I saw that doubt it was carbon. Yeah, see, Clever saying, I think they ruled out, they ruled out carbon. Yeah, they ruled out all gas. They said they had multiple teams of people check, unless something changed today. They said they had multiple teams of people go in and it was totally unrelated to gas. The only thing that they can determine was that it looked like the wife's body was almost decomposed to the point of assuming she had died first, and there were pills all over the ground. So my guess was that being he's 95 years old, that she was 65. Now that's not that old, but my guess is she died. And then he found her body and was so upset and distraught because he's 95 that he had a heart attack, went for his pills, and collapsed and died, throwing pills all over the place. And then maybe the dog ate the pills and died from having his medication. That's literally my thought. Like, it sounds crazy, but that's the only thing I could think, because they literally made it a point to say that it looked like her body had died way before his. So I'm thinking it might have been she died. He found her, was so upset he died of a heart attack. And when he went for his medication, like you see in the movies where they go, I need my heart medication, and blah, and they knock their pills all over the place. I think it was something like that. And then the dog ate the pills or something like that. Mummification happens due to temperature and humidity. I wouldn't want to speculate. Yeah, that's like that. I mean, I was just like, how, like, it was so odd. And based off the information I had, I was like, that's the only thing I could think. But God knows what we call mummification. Yeah, I did see that they were saying her body was decomposing and mummifying. They were saying mummification had set in on her body, but not his. And people were saying that her body had been, like, according to what they had seen, that her body had died way before his or something like that. But I don't know. I just found out about it like yesterday afternoon, last night, something like that. We were all talking about it, but no one knows that I know of right now. They're being investigated. That thing, they think there was something that went on with his pacemaker, and then they think the wife might have gotten hit on the head with a heater that was up. I did hear that one too, Holly Mac. I did hear something about hitting her head on a like a portable radiator, a heater. But I honestly didn't really have much like to go on with that. But I did hear that one. Because calling it jerky-fied feels worse than saying mummified. That makes it so much worse that no one was looking for them for over. I heard. What I heard was almost 2 weeks or over 2 weeks that no one had. They were doing a wellness check. The people that found them, but no one had seen or heard from them in like either. It said either almost 2 weeks or over 2 weeks. I'm thinking. Granted, he's 95, but this is Gene Hackman. My other thing was I was telling everybody, I'm like, how do you not, like I tell you guys all the time, I am like middle class. Michael's seen my house. Michael, I'm not like rich. I'm like middle upper class, I would say at best. And that's because my dad had a really good job and everything. And I live in a 2-family and I'm on one side. So it's like, thanks to my dad, I'm not the guy who did this. And I'd still say we're like middle to upper class. I have cameras all over my house, like literally like 15 cameras off the top of my head. Every doorway on the outside has a camera. My driveway has a camera. I have one down at the mailbox. Every room of importance has a camera in it. And I'm a regular dude. I'm just like a regular guy and I have 15 cameras in my house. How does Gene Hackman not have security or cameras? If I dropped dead right now in this room, there would be 15 cameras that would pick up everything I did that day and know exactly how I died, is my point. Now, granted, he's 95 years old, but still, the dude is worth like $100 million. How did somebody not go in there and install some sort of security system for his own well-being? That's just like not smart. I don't know. Am I wrong? The Birdcage was fire. Yes, The Birdcage is a good movie. 4 ads so far. All right, let's get into it. After this week, I don't think I could do anything about it now because we already started. After this week, we'll figure that shenanigans out. But let's get into it because it's already after 7 o'clock. Is everybody ready? Thumbs up. I'm going to take another swig for Ninja because I half-assed the swig because it was spilling all over my goddamn face. So to Ninja Master and Lace Up Hockey, a.k.a. Ace. Ace, why did you change the name? Just out of curiosity. Did you have Ace before? I feel like you had Ace before at one time. One of my best friends is a professional poker player, and he goes by the name Ace. So, like, I'm talking since I was, like, in high school. We all used to play poker, and then we went to AC, like, every other week for our, like, 20s, in our 20s. And now he literally is a professional poker player. He's my age, and he goes by the name Ace. And he makes a living off it. He makes tens of thousands of dollars. He's not, like, crazy rich, but he makes probably 40, 50 grand a year playing poker. And consistently, he's got a wife and kids, and he makes a living doing it. Cheers to Ace and Ninja. Ooh, that is still strong. Ooh, every time I drink it, I feel like my soul is melting. Because it's his name, and easier not to fuck up. Oh, I was trying to change my name for comments and stuff, but couldn't sort that out, and ended up changing the name for chat. I like it. It's good. I dig Ace. Like I said, I've been calling my friend it for 28,000 years. All right, everybody, here we go. We're going to 3, 2, 1 it. Everybody get ready. 3, 2, 1 in it. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, as you all
did someone just fart?
Consciousness and
I heard someone do a fart noise. Oh, am I blowing your ears out? I think I'm blowing all your ears out.
A number of days without
blowing all your ears out.
Vision of the sky. It's
My
a very
bad.
disorienting experience for all of you who are unfamiliar with subterranean territory. Even though you are rested, you don't feel rested.
Is that loud enough, guys? We always linger between a 12 and a 13 negative decibel level. But do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to?
As consciousness comes to you,
I've always been Ace.
you guys are able
Ace
to
up.
try and find your way back out now that you've been sealed in.
Isn't that like an usher thing? Ace up,
You have about a 5-6.
ace up, or is it base up? Maybe it's base up.
So, we gotta
D
bring
town
our
down,
ride,
boop 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 boop. He says something like that in the song.
You do.
Yeah, yeah,
Can
the
I
yeah
just give it a
song.
try just to see?
Volume is good.
Try to make a dent?
We're at a negative 13 right now. So
And just to try it out.
sorry I blew all your ears off for 5 seconds.
It's a strength.
Like and subscribe if you haven't. We're almost halfway.
Strength against
We're doing better than last week. Halfway, everybody. 18 likes. Like the video if you haven't. Sorry about the ads. I just got monetized and I forgot that was a thing. And here's the clock.
So,
Like I said, if you have
like,
problems
you go and
with the
swing
ads, just set the
forward,
clock back when the ad is
impact all your
over.
might, and
Or
put a
download Firefox
crack
and get an ad
in
blocker. We'll see. I'm
That is
using
awesome.
Firefox with an ad blocker, and I don't think I ever have a problem. The deal is, super chats get a mighty swig. If you're new in the chat, say what's up, Jay. You get a swig.
You guys,
If you're new in the chat,
about 5
or
or 6 minutes or so, you managed to
at the
hack
2-hour
away
mark,
enough
I'll
of
take
the
one.
pillars to leave enough room to squeeze.
Those are the three
It
things.
takes a little while, but you managed.
2-hour mark, which is every 30 minutes.
You all gather
Newcomers
things, you
and
put
super
together,
chats.
You can continue in whichever.
Peace
direction you
up,
wish.
A-Town down. There we go. Do do
All right.
do do
Um,
do do
as you
do
guys-
do. That song still plays on the radio constantly, and it's like 500 years old. Usher is Yoda's age.
While you were sleeping in the middle of the night, Durga.
You are so lucky to still have monetization after your on-screen shenanigans last week. What did I do? My on-screen shenanigans last week. What did I do last week? I don't remember anything that I did that was
To meditate, if you guys can
off
just, watch
pudding.
while I meditate.
We'll end your,
What did I do?
our energy to
Yes,
you.
if you guys could cleanse your positive.
Oh, with was it music?
So I can
Linger, a song by the Cranberries. One of my favorites.
I wanted to
Cranberries,
combine with nature.
what are they, 90s? Yeah, it's definitely 90s, right? I was going to say, it's not early 2000s, is it? I'm pretty sure Cranberries is a 90s. At least Linger and
Keeping
Zombie.
the best essence of the scenery.
Oh, the tentacle prop. Yes, the tentacle prop, everybody. This is
What
not
was the reach on that one?
inappropriate. This is a stirring device. I use this to stir my drink. My drink stirs. That is what this is for.
You got
It is nothing inappropriate. I don't know what Star is talking about.
The natural entities that you can sense from this cavern system are.
I
the
don't
cluster
know
the few cluster
what
of
you're
bats
referring
that
to.
exist in the back portion of the volcano. You guys just
Stick a dragon on your head
um,
and jiggle it around. Jay having the mini version of what's under my bed.
Strange
Thanks
things that you've
a
seen
lot,
down here, but they wouldn't be
tentacle prop.
from
Thanks a lot,
natural
tentacle prop. I am well aware of the Cranberries, but I missed it. Yeah, last week I did this, and those of you who didn't know.
They're very nice.
Oh wait, oh Jesus, that almost actually ripped my head off. I didn't even mean for it to stick in it like suction.
That's about
This
it.
way's better because it looks like a unicorn.
Bats.
Okay, carry on. Let's go.
Alright.
Thank you for your positive energy.
Alright.
Greatly appreciated.
Oh my God,
Step
it
back into
it has
the
some weight
tunnel,
to
all
it.
squeezing through with the rest of your
It
materials.
definitely has some weight to it.
Heading
I gotta
further
put it
down.
higher up or it like pulls my.
About
Oh Jesus
15 minutes
Christmas.
of travel go by.
This is
and
what
the
it's
very
made
air
for.
itself
It is
becomes
made
steadily
so you
warmer.
could ram down doors
The
with your
smells,
horn.
This combination of
Kind
of still water, groundwater type of a scent mixed with an ever-growing
We're all good.
kind of sulfur type brimstone smell.
Smells like grog.
Michael did say, watch how you do it. It will leave a mark. I'm fine. It's okay for a 43-year-old to have a job. Oh my God, it actually is. You're right. Oh my God, you're right. I could just from seeing it for 5 seconds over there, it was pretty red already. All right, Michael, I will take it into consideration, and you are correct. You are correct, sir.
Baby.
Jay, seriously, you're gonna get banned at some point. You keep playing. It like would something like that actually get you in trouble?
A slight bruise
Because
as you go
here's my thing.
face planting into the stonework ahead of us.
I've seen like Papa Meat and stuff actually have them like Papa Meat has them in the back of his show. Like, I'll watch a 20-minute show, and these things will be in the back by his head for the entire duration, and he has millions of views on those, and he's monetized. So I don't think it does give you a problem. I think it's more like a prop, in all honesty. I'm being serious. I think it's considered more like a prop. Like, how do they know what this is? We know what it is, but how do they know what this is? The fact that Papa Meat gets away with it, I'm thinking that we're good. I've literally seen, he has one that has literally a dick and balls. Like, it's literally a gigantic dick with balls. And I've seen him literally use it to incorporate, like, jokes. And he'll zoom in on it and literally, like, do things with it and not blur it out or anything. Like, it'll be, like, full on, like, twice the size of that. Twice the size of that. So I don't think it's an issue. Or he would probably have stopped doing it or gotten in trouble already. Otherwise, I would think you're possibly right.
When I stayed away, I went to a
We're just making it worse. If your friends jumped off a bridge, I would do it clever. Only if you did it clever. If you did it clever, I would jump off 2 bridges just for you. I jump off 1 bridge just to tell you I did it and then jump off another. But I do 2, just so you knew. I'd have to tell you all about the experience of the first bridge.
So, I saw something that was, there was a single twisted horn of blackened soul.
3 monkeys. I question it because there was a minor in the room recently, so clearly you don't have the channel or lives marked for certain ages.
And it was so strong that I couldn't stay in the vision.
Don't
I could feel that
know anything.
it was taking over, so it pulled me out of the dream among various things. But I
It's
saw
like the horn of Sauron.
The Horn of Sauron, that's what I was just wearing on my head. The Horn of Sauron is exactly what I just had.
I didn't see whales.
Okay, no.
But
No whales. No. The horn of Havan. Yes.
yes.
Narwhals have come up
Horn of
I had some other visions.
multiple times in the last couple episodes.
I kind of went in, passed, and then got to this thing. So I guess depending on where we are,
Can you lead us the direction to go?
yes, if I see things that are familiar.
Right now,
such as-
I want everybody in the chat, who is your favorite character on Vox Machina at this point? Don't think about what happens later. I want to know right now, as if we knew nothing else. Right now, episode 5. Who's
Yes, passive.
what's your favorite character? Who is your favorite character of the Vox Machina crew? I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
Or just melted sand.
And the prettiest.
I mean, a narwhal's horn is a tooth, so depending on how far the fall is,
Fortress.
I like it. Everyone's going.
Entwined in ancient
I'm going to read it in a second. Oh, everyone's cooperating. I love it. M. Gormley says the twins. The Azor Sky, what is up? Welcome. I have not seen you in a bit. The twins is M. Gormley. Grog. Well, let's see. The Ninja, the Azor Sky, and Michael are all saying Grog. Daniel O'Day's going with Trinket. We've got Clarota. Clever name I made is going with Clarota. Is that for real, Clever? Is Clarota
That's
your favorite, even amongst all of our people? That isn't a bad choice. I'll be honest with you. If you're serious, being as we're so early into the game, that isn't a bad choice.
This is where we need to go.
And then we had Ace with Vex, Star with Vax. 3 Vaxes. And Holly Mac with Percy. That's the only Percy. So the vast majority is Grog. Ace with Vex. He's always on my mind.
What is that, wisdom?
Yes.
He's always on my mind, Clarota.
You feel a mental
I would
slap
have to say, so no one goes with Scanlan.
across the tunnel.
Because Scanlan and Grog are probably my favorite overall, but like right now, I would have to say Scanlan hasn't really done much. I hate puns. I hate puns. I am not a man who is fond of puns. Keyleth
I bet the one of Obsidian was where.
Honestly, Keyleth has been doing more to get up in the ranks of recent. Like early on, I wasn't a fan of Keyleth during the animated show. She's probably my least favorite. Nothing against her, nothing personal. It's just Keyleth was one of my least favorite until recent when she started getting like super OP in the show. But I don't know. Right now, I would have to probably either say Vex or Grog.
Do you know?
Vex or Grog is probably my favorite right now. Everything is Keyleth's fault. Scanlan shines later, yeah, I would have to agree. Right now, he hasn't really done a whole lot of anything. Pike just jumped back in, like, what, last episode, I think? Or the one before? Pike just came back recently. Tiberius? I'm not gonna lie, it probably has nothing to do with why everybody has a problem with Orion, but Orion just annoys me. I'm not trying to be mean, but something about Orion just annoys me. Like the way he portrays Tiberius. Maybe it's Tiberius, I don't even know. Maybe it's the character Tiberius. Either Tiberius himself or Orion playing Tiberius. Something about it annoys the shit out of me. So right now, Tiberius is probably my least favorite. Whenever I hear Orion talks, I want to, like, vomit all over the place. Like, everywhere. Everywhere. Vomit everywhere. But it could just be the character. I don't know.
Some additional footsteps to your own.
Emily Mary, sorry I'm late. Sorry that you're on time because we literally just started like 10 minutes ago. You're totally fine. Cheers to Emily Mary because I want a drink. I'm having a random cheers to Emily Mary so she does not feel like she is late to the game. You are right on time, as always.
Everyone,
by the way, I take one of the earrings from Scanlan and give it to Grog. Okay. So Grog, you now have one of these.
You know all the Orion lore? I don't really know much. I know Michael has told me some things. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot. Like, Michael filled me in on a couple little things, but
wait for a moment.
I honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know the whole reason why he leaves. Well, I know the reason, but like, I don't know. I'm sure there's way more to it. But just like, if you never told me anything, he just annoys me. I don't think I've ever had anybody, even the guests, like guests that come on and stuff, they're all lovely and a treat to have. Something about him just, like I said, maybe it's the character. Maybe it's just the character. But he comes off very condescending and like, I feel like he thinks all his ideas are like hilarious, but they're half the time just like annoying and waste of time.
Whoever's walking seems to be wider than that of a normal humanoid.
Oh, let me play, please.
Let me play. Filled him in for stuff that was relevant at the time in the show. Saving for the post-show. Yeah, Michael told me enough to get by. But I, like, you know, I didn't really know much beyond that. Like the video. I see a lot of people jumping in and out. Like the video. If you're new, give a shout out. Join our family. Oh my god, we got Daryl Hill. Overall, the Derulos. Overall, the Derulos. Daryl Hill. Daryl Hill, this is, I believe, your second live stream. So you get another, you get a swig. This is a half swig for Daryl Hill joining us again.
You hear two sets of.
You have the name that for some reason reminds me of Hyrule. Daryl Hill, Hyrule. I don't know, something about her. Every time I see your name, and I love Zelda, so you bring joy to my heart.
From around the edge, you can just barely make out these two.
I love Super Geek Mike. The basics is Orion got a big head and started seeing the Critical Role hype early and started getting main character syndrome, and it was turning the rest of the groups. That's literally kind of what I'm saying, the Azor Sky. That's literally, like, isn't that kind of what I just said a little bit? Like, I feel like he always thinks he's, like, funnier than he is, and constantly chiming in with something that's, like, not relevant or unnecessary at the time. Like, sometimes Liam will be, like, dictating something, and like leading the group, and Tiberius will just be like, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, why did you need to do that? And then sometimes I've seen Liam go to say something like as a leader type, and he'll be like, what about this? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, shut up. How about that? How about that?
Suddenly in midair, into a serpent.
Can you handle that?
Slips into the ground and kind of slithers in pace, curling up at the approaching two monolithic entities.
It gets worse. Jay, I think his name is an anagram of
As they
Hyrule.
begin to cross in front
Well,
of
then
you,
you are that much more amazing in my heart.
The immediate one
Always in my heart.
falls forward, tripping face
Is it?
first in the
Real?
ground.
Oh my
heavy.
God.
You guys hear in the distance this loud thud, this impact.
I just had,
And we call,
ahead.
I go,
I'm rage.
I don't know. I mean, I just had to take another look at it. But I love the name. Maybe that's why I love the name. I just know I love it. We're at 20 likes, everybody. We're almost halfway. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it this week? I'm super hyped if we do. We're only 15 minutes in. 15 minutes in. Do we hit the 50 likes? I don't know, but it looks like we might.
What are we fighting? What
Yeah, it's just gets slowly worse. Okay, I'm happy that I'm not crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been noticing it for like an episode or two.
better be throwing something.
But I first was giving him the benefit of the doubt because I was like, maybe I'm looking too much into it because I know he is not liked later and ends up leaving the show. So I was like, maybe I'm looking too much into it and finding reasons to not like him. That's what I originally thought. And then like by the last episode, I'm like, no, he just like annoys the shit out of me. Like it's like I don't know.
Giant ogres.
oh God.
It's just like the way he portrays himself. Like I don't like
Over there.
when people try to take the thunder from other people and unnecessarily incorporate things when not needed.
So dumb. Why did
Use the D20.
It's like you're an attention
About there.
seeker. You're like going out of your way for attention, basically.
Alright.
What's in the cup?
So,
I have to talk nonstop because I'm the only person here,
you do.
and I have to.
I'm
well,
rolling
one,
it
I
since
just
you
like
have
to
ordered, but you
talk,
guys are gonna
and
get a
two,
random surprise on the ogre.
I have to entertain.
Alright, so,
Are you not
25 to 20?
entertained?
Oh man, really?
20 to 15?
19.
15.
15.
Alright.
Lots of 15s there. I like the music kicked in. Music kicked in.
Thought I got scared and I cast Stone Skin immediately.
Guess what?
Yeah. Stone Skin.
So, Vex and Vax both got 15?
Vex and Vax, the twins. The twins
15 to 10?
rolling 15s. How?
Well,
11.
Oh my god. And then the bottom row, 13s. 11. Grog's been rolling pretty crappy. I farted when I rolled.
Greg.
Did Travis actually fart when he rolled? Or is that Grog talking like that?
Ogres each apply way.
There is no try, only do. Do or do not. There is no try. Clever, that's what clever meant. But clever is being original, and I appreciate it.
Yes.
Who saw that Kathleen Kennedy is out?
Close to that.
How many are excited about that?
Fast here.
This guy right here. This guy right here. Nothing against
top-
Kathleen Kennedy,
Top of the round,
except
guys.
everything
Five
against
rounds,
Kathleen
both of you
Kennedy.
guys first, since the rest of you rush in.
The funny
So,
thing is, I
Vex and
grew
Vax,
up.
you guys get
If you
5
go
rounds.
back to like original Indiana Jones and stuff like that,
guys on the ground?
Kathleen Kennedy's always been involved with the shit. I don't know why the last 10 years of Star Wars has had like so many misses. There's a couple hits,
He's on the ground, so you
but a
have
lot
to-
more misses than hits, I feel like. And I'm, if you guys did not know,
That's 28.
massive Star Wars fan my whole life. I probably have, I'm not even kidding, upwards of $50,000 worth of memorabilia and toys. I have been collecting Star Wars toys since I was like 8 years old, and I have tens of thousands of dollars of vintage ships in the boxes. I have them all like sealed and in the attic and protected in cases and stuff. You don't really see much of that displayed.
62 points of damage.
But I have been collecting Star Wars my entire life, pretty much. And
You
a
leap on
lot
and
of
entirely
the content that came out in the last 10 years
jump on
destroyed
back,
my
flash
soul.
into Its back of its torso as you pull open the flesh. You
The
expose
Last
back
Jedi
of
is still the best. Oh my
enemy
god,
gets
Star.
gurgling
You might have to
sound
be
as
put
it
in timeout.
dies immediately on the spot.
Be in timeout.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide.
I would say in the last 10 years. Mandalorian and Rogue One are probably my favorite content out of the Star Wars world in the last 10 years. Mandalorian and the movie Rogue One.
There's a big old.
I thought
right
Force
there.
Awakens was great.
On the ground.
I thought The Last Jedi wasn't the worst. I hated, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, I hated that they killed off Luke Skywalker and kind of treated him like a dopey moron.
And then I'm gonna shoot it.
But I very much disliked the Rise of Skywalker. I thought the Rise of Skywalker was possibly the worst,
Bowstring, that's a
maybe not the worst thing to come out, but the worst movie. Rise of Skywalker is probably my least favorite movie in the last 10 years of Star Wars. I like Solo better than that. I thought Solo, honestly, I didn't think Solo was that bad.
14 plus
But I thought all of them were better than the Rise of Skywalker. And the Rise of Skywalker
19, and then
ended the saga. Well, apparently they're going to make another 3-episode saga that
25
continues, but
So, as you pull the arrow out, it's a
horrible.
little
Battle
rough.
for Endor is one of the greatest
Roll.
things ever. I'll agree with you there,
What
Star.
with it, but you
Battle
still
for
have
Endor,
a big creature.
The
Even though
Ewok
it's very
Adventure,
darkness,
both
you know,
classics in my mind.
ignore,
Teak,
Chicago.
little Teak from Battle of Endor. I said this many times on the
It
channel.
arcs slightly.
I wish
Smacks in the
they
center,
made
its chest
a
and
stuffed
stomach area.
version of Teak from Battle for Endor.
Explosion
He's
sound.
one of the greatest unappreciated characters of all time.
It takes an additional
Little sidekick, kind of like a Lilo and like a Stitch.
9 points.
He reminded me of
Everything around
Stitch,
also
and I've never
takes
seen Lilo and
damage
Stitch, but I know
from
Stitch
does.
very well.
The cart, the wood on the wheel side shatters and breaks and falls to one side.
Love Teak. Yeah,
What you
Teak
see
is
some
amazing.
sort of like
Star
glass
Cruiser go
container
whoosh.
that was in the back of the cart shatters and cracks.
Oh no.
Oh wait, that's Wicket. Wicket says that. Wicket says Star Cruiser go whoosh. Star Cruiser goes crash crash.
Oh, and can I move away?
They should let Star Wars rest for a bit before new. Yeah, I agree, M. Gormley.
Well, there.
Kathleen Kennedy is out by the end of this year. Even though all the news came out recently, she still has till the end of this year. So I feel like they should give it a rest, let her exit, have some new people enter the scene, and then go from there. But I would give it like a year or two off at least.
Oh, like can I just? No.
Okay, so yeah, so you were rolling. Okay, so yeah, so what you rolled to hit?
I'm out here
Well, I
picking
rolled a
fights
3 of once.
with the diehard Star Wars fans because to me it's just not that deep.
12 or 13 out of 12.
It honestly isn't. I'll agree with you there. It's honestly not as deep. I just love the world. I mean, if you get into the books, which apparently aren't completely canon for the most part, if you get into the books, the world is very deep. But if you just go based off of the movies and the shows, it really doesn't get all that deep. It all focuses like around maybe, 50, 60 years?
Oh.
If you just
Oh, no. I'm
solely
sorry.
take the movies alone.
20 plus 9 on all that.
Good enough.
Yeah, sorry.
All three
God
hit.
damn it. I don't know why I
Okay.
can't
You,
talk normally.
There you go.
okay. First one does 5.
This is first time casting spells.
No, plus 5, 10. I rarely do this with kids. 10 on the first one.
All right.
17 on the second one, and 17 on the second one.
Okay, is that seven? Is it saving throw for half damage?
No, I mean 12 on the second.
Republic Commanders was cool.
Yeah, straight down.
Or is that a game? We're talking games. And then I see Kotar,
So you
Kings of the Old Republic.
the
I still haven't played any of the games. I know a lot of the lore just from talking to Star Wars fans and stuff,
blasting off
but I've
portion of
never
shoulder exposed
played
to
any of
bleeding
those
bone
games.
blood.
Kings of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic.
Into the
Or it is Knights of the Old, not Kings. It's Knights of the Old Republic.
Shake it, the stone begin to fall from the ceiling. All right, that ends your turn.
Yeah.
Still standing.
Ends our turn, everybody.
It's now its turn.
Here it comes.
It
The villain
steps away.
is attacking. I'll take Alex.
From that point,
Give me a Firefly, Farscape, Battlestar Galactica, Stargate, Atlantis anytime. I'll take a Lex. Oh my God, Lex! Yes, yes, yes. For a second, I had to think about it. I'm like, why does that sound familiar? Yes, yes, yes. Lex was.
the the cart.
Definitely worth the watch. It was interesting. I enjoyed it. Farscape's fantastic. I'm still watching. I think I'm halfway through season 3 of Farscape. I only watch 2 a month. I watch one every other week. And I think I'm like halfway through season 3. Farscape is great. I might be in season 4. I can never remember.
Ooze-like creature that's black.
We just opened Pandora's box.
Stargate was amazing as well.
I'm sorry, I exploded it.
Firefly, I never got past episode 1. It was a special request, and then I never finished it.
What you're saying. I'm scared of it.
Black ooze.
All right.
By the way, we are almost halfway to 50. 2 away from halfway, everybody. And we're 5 minutes away from the hour countdown. 2 likes away from halfway. 5 minutes away from the hour countdown. At the hour countdown, I'm taking a swig. A mighty swig. Ninja, how's it going in Pizza Land? Jay, the second film wasn't even outlined when the first one was released. Can we just pretend continually it has been a mess from day one? No, we cannot. Because I didn't really like the first. I say this all the time. The first Star Wars movie, if that's what we're talking about here, I'm pretty sure it is. A New Hope, the first Star Wars movie, A New Hope, is one of my least favorite. I love it for the old nostalgia, practical effects and everything. But I feel like it's one of the more boring films, even though it's well done and it's the original and everything else. And obviously, they were working on a low budget compared to the rest and everything.
Okay.
My order, I've told you guys before, Return of the Jedi is my favorite of all time.
Okay.
Followed by Empire Strikes Back. Then Rogue One. Then Force Awakens.
That's good.
Then A New Hope.
19 plus, that's
Then The Last Jedi. And then The Rise of Skywalker. Solo fits in there somewhere, probably after
Yes, that hits.
A New Hope. Solo's probably after A New Hope, but before The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
We'll go ahead and roll the arrow.
What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing a movie.
Just kidding, I was so excited.
But A New Hope
11?
is like my 5th or 6th favorite. I was never a huge fan. I was a major fan growing up of Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back. They did it for me.
Of energy, as you pull out the arrow and release it, it sparks. And you can see the
Return of the Jedi for the win, exactly.
Arrow. It plunges. Into
Return of the Jedi might. We've had this discussion before. Empire Strikes Back is clearly the better film. I am not arguing what is the better masterpiece, but Return of the Jedi to me has so much more entertaining
separate, smaller
characters going on between Jabba and the palace and the Ewoks and everything in between, and we already know all of our players, so there's no wasted time with character establishment. Empire Strikes Back is a true masterpiece, but it is way more serious a movie. Return of the Jedi is just like sit back and have a good old time, watch a big old fat guy sexually assault Princess Leia in a bikini, and then have some Ewoks, and your day. To me, it's glory at its best. And as a child, because I was like 5 years old when I saw it, as a child, it's also all-time nostalgia.
I'm stealth already for this, right?
you are. The stealthy return.
Action figure.
When I say the Next Generation fan, I really mean I'm a First Contact fan. When I say I'm a Next Generation fan. See, I've never seen Star Trek. Enough of it. I've seen the new ones. They're all on Patreon. Somebody requested that I watched all 3 of the new Star Trek movies. Into the Darkness and all that. I think I saw Wrath of Khan.
As you reach behind,
But I've never seen the original Star Wars show, movies, or Next Generation. I only saw the first episode of Next Generation, so I know that dude, Q. I met Q. I saw Q. I do know him.
To spring off its shoulders towards my friends.
Okay.
Give me a movie where R2 screams, and I'm usually content. I'm pretty sure that's all of them.
Don't fall in the lava pit.
That's 15.
15. Okay. You barely
Don't
managed to
fall
catch
in the
your
lava
footing.
pit, everybody.
You didn't roll a 1.
Don't
That would've been
whiz
very
on
bad.
the electric fence.
This ogre then plummets to the ground now, piling on top of
Don't
his friend.
whiz on the electric fence.
So now that whole section there is considered rough terrain.
Boop.
All right, that brings us to Percy.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Percy.
Where am I?
Percy Jackson is coming up. Jay, you're missing out on the Brent Spinner goodness.
Sort of
I still need you to send 10 movie
like getting right
requests.
here.
I still need to
I'm
send.
gonna try
Oh
and
yes,
shoot.
do it,
This
Michael.
is gonna sound weird, but as I'm running,
Michael,
actually back me up to about there. There.
Holly Mac
I'm
sent
gonna
me a
try and
bunch.
shoot
I
about
added him
right
to the
here.
mix.
I'm gonna try
Tomorrow
and
comes out with the new
unleash
poll.
lava to send
Tomorrow's the new
lava
poll
to
for
see if I can get it to
the
start
movie of the
flowing
month on
towards.
Patreon.
Does that make sense?
I have to add a couple. This came up recently. I've never seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Just down.
I've never seen Lilo and Stitch. These were since Super Bowl. These movies have come up in conversation. I've never seen them because there was like a new Lilo and Stitch coming out. Never seen it.
Okay, go ahead. And
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Never seen it.
Okay.
15.
15.
Bless you.
15 hits.
For all
All right.
Geppetto's flaws,
15 minutes.
Spiner is still the best part.
What else are we gonna do with it?
Brent, why am I brain farting? Don't tell people not to fall in the lava. That never goes well.
The bullet.
Brent Spiner. Why does that name
It's,
sound familiar? I'm kind of like brain farting on what it is.
The ice explodes and you see go off and just get absorbed.
Oh, we hit the hour mark, everybody.
Seemingly unaffected.
I've never seen Lilo and Stitch start. I know it very well, and I'm shocked because Stitch. I love little creatures, little tiny creatures like Ewoks and Teak and stuff like that. I always loved Stitch. I've seen him a million times. One of my girlfriends was obsessed with him at the time, but I knew it enough where I was like, I just never saw the movie. I know he's like an alien or something like that. I saw there's a new one coming out.
Above, or is there anything that looks like if I gave it a push?
Oh, the data. Oh, is that Brent Spiner? Is that why I know the name?
Mainly carved out.
What about the areas I exploded?
I only watched Crouching Tiger in film school, otherwise I would have never seen it. The reason it came up was because someone was like, did you know there was a sequel to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? And I'm like, I did not, nor have I seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And they were like, what? They were like, that's one of the greatest movies in the last 20 years.
Okay, gotcha.
And I was like, yeah, I haven't seen it. I know it won awards. I'm sure it was fantastic. I just never saw it. So I got to add it to the poll. Oh, we're at the hour mark. Mighty Swig. Cheers, everybody. We're one away from halfway. We're at 24 likes. One away from halfway. We're at the hour mark. We might get there. 50 likes gets us episode 6. Cheers to all of you.
Just barely. Like, he's just in the cusp of 30 feet from me.
Will my thorn whip reach him? My 30-foot range thorn whip?
Will my thorn whip reach him? That is the question. Hers might. Will my thorn whip reach him?
What's the thorn whip do?
Huh?
What's the thorn whip do? Can you spell it?
Wait, well, it does 2d6
I'll def give it
damage
a rewatch if I can find it. Live action of Lilo and Stitch. Is that what it is, Holly Mac? Was it a live? I saw in during Super Bowl, they had Lilo, or I keep calling him Lilo. They had Stitch run across the field, and they were like, new Lilo and Stitch, but he looked animated. Hi. What are you doing? Come here.
Okay, gotcha.
Come here.
Alright, so you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I hit.
Come here.
That's fine.
Coco is beckoning me.
You rolled 20, right?
I didn't roll yet.
Oh, you roll it, right? I rolled it.
Come here.
What do I add my spell modifier?
Yep.
18.
Yeah, you did.
Coco.
So good roll damage.
19. Sorry, it's actually 19.
That still hits. It doesn't move very fast. It's a little easy to hit.
Okay, that's fair.
Make you freak
One.
out.
All right.
Who's a baby kitty?
But
Who's a
I
baby
pull him
kitty?
10 feet closer.
Who's a
Does
baby
he go into the
kitty?
lava?
Gets pushed just ever so slightly into the as it does. You can see this.
Don't
blackish
drink
steam
the
and smoke begin to build
alcohol.
up where it hits and it.
Then it was
Pretty much
Immortals
making it back
from
with
the
the
Big
thorn
Hero.
whip.
I haven't seen Big Hero 6 either. That one I heard is amazing. I've heard really good things about Big Hero 6. I've never seen it. And I'm a massive Disney fan. I was talking about this with someone the other day.
17 points of
Massive
fire
Disney fan.
Fire damage. Nice.
We're talking about going soon. We're talking about going to Disney soon. And that's why Marion Ravenwood's not here. Marion Ravenwood went to Disneyland. She lives, I didn't know this. I knew she lived in California.
That ends your turn.
But I didn't know,
Mike,
she said she lives less than an hour from Disney.
I want to use something
and she went to Disneyland yesterday, it was yesterday, but because of that, I think she stayed at her friend's or something, so she isn't on the live stream. Ready? I'm gonna text her and we're gonna say she'll be the 25th like. Like the video if you haven't, somebody. I'm gonna text Marion Ravenwood, and that'll be halfway to 50, which is extra bonus time. I'm just gonna say live stream. That's all I need to say.
A creature takes 4d10 piercing damage. Oh, on a failed save or half as much damage.
Live stream. Is Neil still here? My good friend Neil, are you still here somewhere?
Okay, and then we can see what tries creatures
Where do you want to go?
I don't want to say it until I know if Neil's still here.
Okay, so where do I need to be to do it? Like
Maybe
over
out
here?
next to the
Gotta run out.
overdead.
Let's see, Marion Ravenwood might jump in and be like, what's up?
Okay. So can I still
Yeah, you can cast it.
from there?
Where do you want to put the radius?
When Vinny was in the hospital when he was 6, Big Hero 6 was his favorite film, so
All
he
5 foot squares.
so his grandmas got him a talking Raymax to stay with him. That's adorable. There's Marion Ravenwood. There she is. Marion B, our 25th like, Marion. We're 1 like away from 25. 50 gets us bonus time. B, our 25th like, Marion. I was just telling people you were in Disneyland yesterday. We were talking about Big Hero 6 and Lilo and Stitch.
Fight. Do what you gotta do. Fight.
Okay. So, cool.
Marion Ravenwood.
19?
Yep.
That was 3.
You get to make a saving throw.
There we are. Halfway to 50, everybody.
What's
With,
I roll 4. Hold on.
I think we got about 55 minutes left. Were we ending this?
okay? What's the DC? What's
Yep.
your spell DC?
We got
Your spell?
55 minutes left, everybody.
Or, no, sorry.
DC should be
16.
16. Okay. One makes it save, the other doesn't. So what's the total damage?
Great songs, but Brother Bear and Hercules songs were my first favorites aside from the princess movies. I was very typical as a kid. I've never seen Brother Bear
Taking that much damage. Does that
nor
save?
Hercules. I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. I haven't seen, and those are like all the Disney movies I've ever seen. That and the Frog Princess. I'm pretty sure those are all the ones that are classics that I've never seen. Big Hero 6, Lilo and Stitch, Hercules, Brother Bear,
Grog, you're up.
and the Frog Princess. I'm pretty sure I've seen pretty much every other animated Disney movie. But everyone named pretty much all the ones I've never seen.
No, you'll get hit in the insect cloud.
This guy. What?
All right.
You'll get hit in the insect cloud.
Stay away from the insect.
Don't get hit in the insect cloud. Brother Bear is so good. Be right back, cigarette. Oh, Neil, I'm sorry. I was going to say, Neil, the reason... I told Neil last week, I was like, we're definitely going to see a movie this week. And the reason we didn't was because I got tied up with that girl. Not literally. Or did I?
You just go charging up over top.
Boom,
of your
boom,
body,
boom.
leaping.
I want you in my room. That's what it just said on the lyrics. I mean, on the subtitles.
Activating the flaming properties of rage
Okay.
and urine.
Rage and urine. I'm activating rage and urine.
So I'll let it touch you.
Work those rules.
Go for it. So go ahead and roll for attack. You have 3 attacks with this.
My favorite is probably Treasure Planet. Well, I just lied then, Azor Sky, because I haven't seen that one either. Pretty sure I haven't seen Treasure Planet. There was one I reacted to on Patreon, and I was really
Are you
drunk.
using it two-handed?
Yeah.
1d10
I
damage.
don't think it was Treasure Planet, but it was something kind of reminded me of Treasure Planet. I honestly didn't know Treasure Planet was Disney.
What did you roll?
What the dice?
I know the movie. Isn't that Michael J. Fox?
If you rolled 0, you roll
I know the movie you were talking about, but I honestly didn't know that was Disney, if it is.
Yeah, so 3.
Did I react to
plus your
it?
proficiency
I might have
modifier,
reacted
which
to
is
it on Patreon.
4.
Somebody brought it up.
Oh no, this is for damage. This is for damage. So damage would be plus your. strength
Love Treasure
modifier.
Planet is a great one, but I don't appreciate it until it was old. Until I was older. I honestly, that one I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If I did, I reacted to it on Patreon one time, and I can't remember much about it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I might
So
have
10 points of damage, and then roll the fire damage.
at a very drunken time in my life.
1d10 also? 1d10?
It should say on the actual item.
You should hear him just like.
So 26 additional fire damage.
5.
All right, so 15 points of damage total for the first strike. Go ahead and roll damage for the second one.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's the one I think I saw, that Atlantis. Jay, you must react to either Treasure Planet or Big Hero 6. It wasn't Disney at first, but now they own Fox.
All right, so as you come
I
right
think-
over, leaping in the air over the ogre
Was it
body,
just
you're
called
gonna
Atlantis?
slam
By the way,
onto
Ninja,
side
with the
fire,
$5
metal on the,
super
flat
chat,
side.
Ninja,
The air lighting up the
I'm gonna
top of the
drink
body. You guys see there's, like,
at least
red
half of
arc
this.
throughout
There,
the
it's right to
body.
here. It's right to here.
It hits.
I'm gonna drink at least half of this for you in a mighty swig. Ninja, with the second super chat of the day, $5 from Ninja. Ninja, how's Pizza Land doing, by the way? And Ninja,
And you feel burn
because
bite into your torso.
I love you so much. Ninja, are you on Patreon? I don't know if you're on Patreon or not.
Frenzy in your brain, you feel like just seeing blood and red.
First, I would like to know if you're on Patreon.
Right.
Secondly,
Once again,
is the movie called Atlantis, or is there more to it? I feel like there's more to it. Oh, focus, focus. We're getting focused. Cheers, Ninja Master. I'll read the chat in a second. That ends Grog's turn.
No, we still
Tangled was awesome. I have seen Tangled.
this one
Anastasia, Ninja. I think we've talked about this before. Anastasia is one of my top 10 favorite animated movies of all time.
moves up. Both of them flank over to Grog.
Love it. Anastasia, I would dance around my bedroom singing
Attempting to strike you from
in a
each
dress
side. Is your flanked?
with my dog
That is a,
that I never had. But she had
Armor
one.
class
That'll hit.
and a 21 versus armor class.
That'll hit too.
All right.
This is for Ninja. Ninja Master. Cheers.
Up next to you.
Pizza Land is super busy, but no, I am not on Patreon. Ninja, I'm going to watch one of these for you.
Battering ram.
And I'm going to extend.
For,
I think I'm allowed to give free Patreon
one
memberships
12 points
for a month or something like that. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to watch one of those. Yeah, I'm going to check too. I don't think I was. I think it was Atlantis, not Treasure Planet. But part of me feels like I might have reacted to it. The funny thing is, if I did, I remember nothing about it. So it'd almost be like me rewatching it by watching my own reaction if I did. But I don't think I did.
From both sides.
Cheers to Ninja Master. We're swigging a mighty swig here. Half of this.
You take a total of 56 points of acid damage.
What?
I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. I'm killing it, Ninja. Killing it.
No, not. Double that, or that?
No, that from both sides. 28 from each.
Oh, the bottom was so strong.
Alright, so the should have got
The bottom of that had like all the alcohol, and I think I just died. This isn't me in front of you right now. This is my body being carried by the alcohol in the bottom of that cup.
be all smart with the fire ever.
Have you ever heard of a movie called Condo Man?
All right.
Oh, Condor Man, I have.
To attempt a.
I don't think I've seen it, but I 100% have seen that movie. Yeah, it's like 80s or 90s, I feel like. 80s or 90s. I definitely have seen the title. I mean, I've never seen the movie, but I've definitely seen it somewhere in passing, like the title. Atlantis the Lost Empire. Oh, I think that's the one I saw. I'm pretty sure that's the movie I saw.
He's a slacker.
I was going to say Atlantis kind of sounds familiar, but I feel like it's missing something.
All right.
I would recommend not arguing.
Marion Ravenwood, are you still here? Did she leave? Marion, how you feeling? Marion was like dying with 105,000 fever, and then decided I'm going to torture myself. And on the first day I feel slightly better, go to Disneyland. And now Disneyland cured her. Basically, Disneyland cured her soul. If it wasn't for Disneyland, she'd be dead right now, everybody. Thank Disneyland for Marion Ravenwood being alive and well. Back in good old 1885. Clarota.
That ends its turn.
The Birdman of Alcatraz.
Time now, the loud
I have not seen that either. The Birdman of Alcatraz. Is that the name of the movie? Isn't that Clint Eastwood? I haven't seen it. Is that the name of the movie? I feel like that's a Clint Eastwood movie. I have not seen it, if it is. I haven't seen Cool Hand Luke. For some reason that reminded me of it. I haven't seen Cool Hand Luke, Birdman of Alcatraz, another movie similar to those, like around that era. came up and I hadn't seen either. I'm trying to think of what it was.
What is this?
These two large armored, beak-faced subterranean creatures with shells.
Butch Cassidy's Sundance Kid. That's an old-timey classic. Never seen it.
One is going to attempt to strike with both of its hook attacks
Hook attacks.
at Pike.
Thank Jeff Goldblum.
This one is moving over Tiberius. And attack.
Why are we thanking Jeff Goldblum? Because did Marion say something? Because Marion Ravenwood told me that Jeff Goldblum
21.
was at Disneyland, and if that is what you're referring to, Watcher in the Woods
Takes 11 points
is a
of
classic.
damage,
Watcher in the Woods, I don't know that one either.
wherever she is.
Michael J. Fox's Atlantis.
And the other
Did
one
Marion
misses,
say
clinging
Jeff
against armor.
Goldblum?
The hook scrapes across the metal, leaving this.
Yeah, oh yes, he walked past me. I was gonna say,
Other one goes
Star. I was
right
like, Star.
into
If you
Tiberius.
randomly just brought up Jeff
That is
Goldblum,
a, 16.
that's weird.
And
But Marion Ravenwood
9.
said it earlier. Tell me this isn't weird. Yesterday morning, this is way before the news broke that Gene Hackman died. Yesterday morning, I haven't seen that I could recall. I haven't seen a Gene Hackman movie in years. I know he made a million movies, but I haven't seen one in a while that I could recall. And yesterday morning, I popped on
How much does he weigh?
Enemy of the State with Will Smith and Gene Hackman.
Pretty heavy.
Randomly.
Probably close to.
I saw it, I was like, oh, that's on, and it was on, granted, it was on TV. It wasn't like I just randomly grabbed it off the shelf. But it randomly popped up on, like, not even on a channel. It was like on a streaming service. It popped up like, you should watch this. We recommend you watch this. And I was like, I remember that being a good movie. And I popped it on. And while it was playing in my room, I went over to the other side and found out Gene Hackman died. Weird shit like that happens all the time to me. But I was like, that's very weird. Like,
The creature in front of you.
unless the streaming, like, I don't know, unless the streaming service knew he died and it got thrown on the list. But even if that was the case, the fact that I chose to watch it and it being like a 25-year-old movie, like, it was just really random. And I was like, oh my god, that's weird. Gene Hackman's dead, and I'm literally watching a Gene Hackman movie before I even knew he died.
All right, that is
Bizarre.
45 points of fire damage on it immediately as it's slowly sinking into the pool of lava.
He starts sinking.
Neil is back. What is up? How the replace? Oh, the replacements with Keanu Reeves was so good. Yes, it was. Big fan of the replacements.
Police would blast at the other guy.
The other one there? Okay. Go ahead and roll for the,
Damn, Tiberius.
roll, add your...
Tiberius is getting really freaking cool and badass. Laura, how dare you?
Yeah.
He sucks.
13 plus
I'm
2.
curious how they do away with Tiberius.
Okay.
Like, knowing that he is no part of the animated show,
now,
does he die?
because of
Oh
the
my
level
god,
of
look at that pizza.
Because of its distance from you,
What was on that
just
pizza?
managed to fire
That slice looked like it had a whole lasagna on it or something. Look at the slice. Look when Grog pulls the slice out. It's not Travis, it's Grog. Grog's doing it.
Okay.
There was like so much on that slice.
Oh, right behind it. Do I see myself missing too? Obviously. Fine. As I'm missing, I'll form it.
That's a blah, 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 blah. That's a suspiciously accurate
Okay.
TOD.
All right, so back.
Search.
There's now an ice spike
Oh,
running
Sheriff
down the side of
said
that wall right there.
he had been
All right,
dead
that
since
ends your
February
turn.
17th. They were still investigating what happened to the wife. I just put up a trailer link in the Discord for Condor Man.
Out the hell of
Okay.
stuff. Yes.
All right, cool.
Maybe we'll watch it after
now
this is
we're ready.
over.
The ogres
We're
are-
halfway to 50, everybody, but we're down to the final 40 minutes. 40 minutes left.
Sees Pike in
We
great
still need
danger.
25
Seeing a quick
likes.
little ditty to go ahead and give an inspiration dice to Pike.
If we don't
you get a
hit
D8
Okay.
the 50 likes,
to help you with any
we'll
sort of
watch the
attack
trailer
rolls,
for Condor Man for shits and
saving
giggles.
throws.
If you want, we
checks.
can also set up the pizza food delivery stream thing.
For the
I would think it's pretty funny, honestly.
No, just attack roll
I'm totally down. I would probably gain so much weight, but I'm down. It'd be pretty
Dominate the
funny.
monster using his dominate creature spell. Saving
My god,
throw.
pizza boxes are flying all over the place. Look at that pizza. Look at that pizza. Look how much, like, am I crazy? It looks like there's a ton of shit on. Well, now it doesn't look too crazy.
Pike
Maybe it was the
suddenly
cheese drooping
drops
off.
its claws for a
Because
second,
when they pull the slices out, they look
turns away
crazy.
from you and starts looking back towards the oozes and grog.
The
That brings
oozes and
us
grog.
to Vex, you're up.
Okay. Do I have a line?
Look at Liam's face. Look at Liam's face.
Attacking Grog?
The big one over here.
Liam was like chewing on the pizza. I don't know if he was doing it intentionally, but he was making the craziest face.
So you can try a shot, but it's going to be a disadvantage.
Okay, then I guess I should just.
Half-elf seeing dim light up to 60 feet. Does that pool of lava give anything?
It gives a
for
very dull glow to the room. Like, it's enough where you can see there is something there. You can even take a shot as opposed to not having any chance.
What about the little ooze?
Do they deliver the sushi? The sushi I get? They do. If that's what you mean, Star. The place I get it from, they do their own delivery. They do deliver to me. We've done it before. I usually pick it up just because I like to go for a ride, but obviously if I'm on stream...
Is he within 10 or 5 feet of the little goose?
No,
Ace of half clubs, LOL. Ace of half clubs. Do they deliver the sushi or the bar steak?
This is late. That's a late.
Or the bar steak? Yes, they do. They actually do. The place that I go to get the steak, but it's a little pricey.
13?
I think the steak is like $32. I mean, you know, that's pretty normal for steak, I guess.
So the first one
But the steak is like $32, and there's gotta be at least like a $5 or $10 delivery fee with, like, you know, if you count the tip and everything. It probably would come out to like $40, but they will. My sister and her boyfriend have definitely had food delivered from the restaurant where I get the steak down the street. It's literally less than 5 minutes down the street. But my sister and her boyfriend have definitely ordered from there. They get like burgers all the time.
22.
Yeah, other stuff too.
22 damage. Alrighty. The one arrow disappears. The second one, as you release it from the bow.
They have to fit in the software. Not all places are available. I know for Blind Wave, only Papa John's is available for the food tips. Sushi and pad thai delivery, LOL. I'm down with both. I love all that stuff. I haven't had pad thai in like a while. I haven't had Thai food in a while, but I have sushi. I had sushi yesterday. I actually had steak and sushi yesterday. I went to for lunch. I had prime rib night. Thursdays at Miller's Ale House is prime rib night, but it was like all day basically. And then, I kid you not, I was already preparing for dinner, so I had prime rib for lunch. And then, while eating the prime rib, ordered sushi because it was down the street from where I was having the prime rib. So I finished my prime rib, had a beer, and went and picked up sushi, and then threw it in the fridge and had it last night for dinner. So I had a prime rib steak dinner and sushi last night. I was spoiled rotten. But I also had a shitload of work yesterday, and I rewarded myself. Monday, I'm done running the arcade. I had to run the arcade for the last 2 weeks, and it was chaotic. So I rewarded myself with a steak and a sushi. I'll be back later. I'm dying from the flu. Marion, go heal your... I thought Disneyland healed you, Marion. Go heal yourself further. Does the pad thai in your area taste really nutty? I love my local pad thai for the nutty sauce. Honestly, I don't think I've ever ordered it anywhere locally. Whenever I've had it, I've had it like at other... Like I went to friends' houses and had it outside of my general area. But my sister just ordered Thai. When I got home and was jumping on the live stream, she had DoorDashed Thai food. So she gets it from the same place all the time. So I'm sure it is a delight. Here's what's near my house. Within 5 minutes of my house is the restaurant I tell you has the great steak. There's a Taco Bell, a Panera, the sushi place, and an amazing pizzeria.
So I don't know. What is that?
That's pretty much everything local within 5 minutes. Now you can order from other places too that will deliver, but they're like more than 5-10 minutes outside of my house. But within 5 minutes, I have a Taco Bell, a Panera,
well, it's a sneak attack.
a very good restaurant with steak, a pizzeria, and the sushi place. There's a Pliable.
So second dagger.
If you ever had a Pliable,
other one.
Those are near me. It's like right down the
Just turn
street.
around and sink down
There's a
to
Burger King down the street,
for,
but I never eat at Burger King.
16
Nothing
with
against
the
it.
king, yeah,
I
16
just-
with the king.
That hits.
With
Go
all
ahead.
the options I have, I never
And
pick
it's
Burger
probably
King
not
as an
attack at
option.
this point, or is it?
No, you only want to sneak attack per round.
Okay, 8.
8.
I'm gonna make another
So,
beverage
leap off,
because I
take the
chugged this for
scratch in the
Ninja.
air from the hook horror creature.
Ninja,
You land on the ground. Slash
I said I
into
drink
the dagger,
half of
slash
it, and I drank the whole thing.
Both slashes
We're
roll
making
with
another
something. As
beverage.
You hit, you feel your blades gain purchase in both creatures, and you look down at your arms as the whole burning
Making a
sensation fills into your hands
beverage
as
for
you splash back.
Jay.
You take a total 20 points of acid damage from the.
That's probably good
melee
enough for
attacks you
now.
took against the creatures.
20, you said?
For now.
Okay.
Alright. That brings us to person.
And we're gonna add in my favorite flavor of
So
Gatorade.
they're all still
I
alive.
call it Rippin' Rash Fuck. You guys know that, the Rippin' Rash Fuck flavor.
You had it last.
One of my favorites. It's Gatorade calls it grape.
Oh, wait.
They're so original. They're so unique with their naming of beverages. This amazing purple beverage is called grape.
So like there.
Yeah, about right there, so I'm not going to hit it.
They should be
I'm going to take,
like anyone who designed, like who named this should be fired.
Yeah, that right.
What kind of cell tactic is that?
First shot.
You call it grape? Like the blue one is called glacial freeze. The blue, the orange one is like the sun melted your mother's soul. That's the orange one. This one is grape. That's why I call it Rippin' Rash Fuck. I don't know what it has to do with anything purple, but it is.
14.
Cheers to Rippin' Rash Fuck.
So that's 15 plus.
Ooh, that's some good Rippin' Rash Fuck right there.
3 points of damage plus 3 points of fire damage.
26. Nice.
Boy.
All right.
We're at 26 likes, everybody. I don't think we're going to hit the 50. We're down to 32 minutes. 32 minutes
All
left.
right. That brings us to Keela.
All the oozers are still alive?
And we're still battling.
Damn.
Honestly, this battle went
Alright.
a lot longer than I thought. I'll be honest with you. I need to move where you're at. There's nothing. I'll tell you what, Daryl Hill.
Into an eagle.
I've lived here forever.
And I'll
Forever.
fly over
For like
and
30.
land
We
right
the other day we
here.
looked it up. I've lived here in this house 32 years. But in those 32 years, we have made massive renovations and expansions to the point where when I got to a certain age, my dad was like, "Are you gonna like leave?" Because we ran a business together. And he was like, "If you're gonna leave, I'm not gonna do it. But if you stay and you work with me and you work for me, I will expand this house and make it 2-family." So I was like, at the time, like, yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
It's a
And it was.
cube
And he expanded the house, doubled the size, made it 2-family, and I've lived on this side
So like this cube here.
forever. Granted, I moved here when I was like
Alright.
10 years old. So he did that around like my early 20s.
Right. Yes.
So this side of the house has been like this for like about 20 years, give or take. And my sister lives over here with her boyfriend, and it's just the 3 of us. But originally it was just me and my brother. My sister used to live over there because she's 8 years younger than me. So originally it was me and my brother over here, and we had a little bachelor pad. Then my brother moved to Pittsburgh, and my sister moved over here, and then she dated her boyfriend, and her boyfriend moved in, and now it's the 3 of us.
All right.
But it's like, Michael's been here before. Michael's seen my house. It is a very lovely, separated 2-family. I have my own sun porch. I have a gym. I have a living room and 3 bedrooms, and it's very nice. That's just my side. My parents have twice the size of what I have over here because my dad had a good job and made good money. But that being said,
Because that's what I do.
when I first moved here, when I was like 10 years old, there was nothing. It was all forests. Everything around us was forest. You had to drive like 10 or 15 minutes to get to like anything that served food. Then over time, they started just knocking down trees and forests, and eventually Taco Bell is the most recent. Taco Bell opened only like several. I told you guys when it opened. I think it was like back like September, October, because my brother visited for my birthday in October, and we all went, and it was like pretty much brand new in October. So I feel like it was like September.
No.
It did the grand opening.
The item. Move.
And Taco Bell is one of my favorites. But the Burger King's been there. The Burger King and the pizzeria is probably the only thing that's been here since I moved here.
I would like to come
They've been here forever. But the restaurant
Alright.
only opened about 5 or 6 years ago that sells the amazing, delicious steak. The sushi place, probably in the last 10 years. And everything else that I might have mentioned was recent. Burger King and the pizzeria were all I had. I mean, it wasn't too bad, because my friend ran the Burger King in high school. He was the manager. So we'd go to the Burger King all the time back then, because there was no other choice. And the pizzeria,
Yeah, well, look.
my friend's father owned.
One time.
So, like, if we needed food, we'd either go to the pizzeria or Burger King. But now there's many options.
Everything.
Hey man, if I can be a hero here.
Right.
And I don't have, I have neighbors, but I live on a 3-acre property.
Stay over there.
I never see the people on my left, and the guy on my right we're actually very good friends with. So I'll see him on occasion, but by choice. It isn't like I run into him. It's like we are friends and we chat on occasion and stuff like that. But I live on like a 3-acre
Double fatigue.
property where we're way set back. Michael will tell you. You have to go up like a very long driveway, and I'm like, there's no one near me. Like, I could literally never talk to my neighbors, and it wouldn't even be a thing. Michael's the only one that's been to my house. Well, Marion Ravenwood. But Marion Ravenwood dated me for 3 years.
24 against you, with an additional 56 points of acid damage.
24 points of acid damage. Everybody, just so you know, we're at the 30-minute countdown. We're taking a hearty swig. Everybody unite. Drinkers unite. Smokers unite. Radiators ignite. Unite and ignite. Like if you haven't, we're 24 likes away. And we have 30 minutes left. Do we get there? Do we get there? What is this? You have a what? A new friend request. Who are you?
That brings us to their turn.
Don't you hate when someone friend requests you and you're like, who is this? And then it says they're from South Dakota and you don't know them, and it's just like some girl showing her breasts.
Oh, hello.
I half hate it
Oh, hi, Pike.
because of what I just said, but it's totally useless. Cheers to everybody. We're down to the final 30.
Do I have to roll to do that, right?
Yeah, you still have to roll to hit.
26.
Hits.
Okay.
I got a meal there for my birthday. The chicken fingers bucket meal. The fingers shrank
Points of damage?
to 1/3 their normal size. Like, what the fuck? It's not worthy. We're not worthy. It's not worthy 30. Worthy 30. What are we talking about here? Worst fries on the planet.
That is,
Fucking potato wedges. Getting rid of their wedges. What are we? Oh, Popeyes. Popeyes.
alright.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. That's the commercial. They love that chicken from Popeyes. That's what the commercial told me. I will tell you what.
Yeah, so it's
If you just get the fried chicken, like the actual fried chicken, not the tenders and stuff, it's pretty good. But anything else I've had there is like, meh.
the other two are going to attack you.
But just the fried chicken,
That's going to be
if you get the crispy,
19 versus armor class.
the crispy style,
Yeah, that hits. 'Cause I'm
the original, what is it, original recipe? Or is that KFC I'm talking
The
about?
one is a 14 cent.
Okay, so I use uncanny.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
As it pulls that away, so you take half damage from the strike?
Half damage, that's
Yeah.
right.
All right. So that's so as opposed to 40, you take 20.
No, KFC. KFC sucks. Popeyes is good. Oh, okay. I was going to say, KFC, I've honestly only had their chicken.
Ends their turn.
What I do is, they have like, they're the ones that have the jalapeno jar, right? I remember I would get I don't think I've gotten anything but fried chicken from Popeyes, and it's delicious. And they have jalapenos in like a giant thing on the counter from what I remember. And they'd be like, how many you want? They're like $57 a piece. No, they're like cheap. It's like a quarter a jalapeno. And I would get like a freaking carafe of them. I would walk around with a carafe of jalapenos and just drink them. I would crush them and drink them.
Damn hook whores.
Damn hook whores. Damn hook whores.
Completely dissolves and melts the hook whore from the impact.
There we go. Dissolve the cook
Pushes
whore.
down,
The hook whore.
ooze just touches the edge of the lava, not taking full damage for the impact, but just enough.
KFC has chicken pot pies. KFC used to have those bowls. I don't know if they still do. I thought those were pretty good. When they had the bowls,
All right, since that one.
they were like a bunch of
All right,
shit
that brings
mashed in a
us
bowl.
to
I dug it.
Hook Horror's turn.
I'll eat that
Who's
shit in a
currently
bowl.
Dominated by Scanlan, is going to rush forward to the edge here and just strike twice. At
Their
the,
mac and cheese and their potatoes and gravy are still good, as is their slaw. But even the pot pie is horrible now. I used to love it.
Yes.
I used to live for the pot pie.
That deals
I loved the bowls. I haven't had KFC in forever. But I remember I had the bowls. There was a KFC. Well, there is still a KFC.
the hook whore that Scanlan
Like a little over 5 minutes, probably like 8 minutes from my house.
into the,
We used to get it all the time.
ooze, causing the ooze to get pushed
I haven't
over
had
the lava
KFC in
as you see it's
forever.
forming and dissipate and slowly disintegrate.
Honestly, I think it's because they built a Popeyes next to the arcade. And if I ever feel like fried chicken, I just go to Popeyes.
The magma. End of its turn, it's going to try and make a saving throw against the domination effect.
I feel like this battle's about to end. I feel like we're coming to the end, everybody.
However, I feel like it did its good for the turn.
Did he take acid damage?
Yeah, he did. Took 20 points.
Did he
of
take acid damage? That is the question. He did. He did. That was the answer. The answer was yes. Shane Barron is in the house. Shane, did you just get here? Shane Barron, did you just get here? Or did you just join us on this glorious day? Matt just inhaled a pizza as they ask questions. Matt, you can clearly see Matt is like dying to dive into that pizza.
Form a giant spike once more and jam it right in his
Up. We can see how close Matt is to the map because his plate is in the scene.
Right where it's over, because it's still at the edge of the nine pool, right?
Sure.
Determining glacial spike in Concho him. Magically Concho.
You magically concho.
Blast.
Arcane 1,000 years later. Alright. So go ahead and roll attack.
Up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Up, down, left, right, left, right. You know what that is? Who knows what that is? I know what that is.
24.
It's
So go ahead and roll damage.
Contra. I just wanted to give you guys enough time to say it. I'm on delay, so you should have an extra minute or so to say it before me. Yeah, just saw the stream still gone.
15, 16, 18, 19,
Thought I'd jump in, give you a like and a watch before it ends kind of late. Shane Barron,
That's
because
grapple, correct?
you are so thoughtful.
I'm
I'm going to take a swig of this drink for you, even though I feel like I'm going to fall over and die in 5 seconds. No, I'm totally fine. I'm pretty drunk, though. Pretty drunk. Cheers to Shane Barron, everybody.
Push him in the lava, but it does.
Rat Eaters, Ignite, Drinkers Unite. That's a good one. I think we should go with that. Rat Eaters Ignite, Drinkers Unite. Because I always say like 10 other things, and that pretty much covers everything. So, cheers to the great Shane Barron.
Right.
So I have 9 total. I spent 2 already. I'll spend another 2 on 5. And I'm going to do another one. Up his ass again.
Konami Code. Konami Coke. Konami Code.
Uh-huh.
If I want good chicken, I look to my mama. She makes amazing buttermilk southern fried chicken.
15 points.
Not the name of the place, but in the hood, there are these chicken spots that are good, usually a red awning and some type of royal word. Mike, are we talking about Crown Chicken?
Rusted around the outside of its armor.
Crown Chicken, one of my friends owns one, I'm not even kidding, in Plainfield, which is one of the worst cities in the state of New Jersey. Look it up. Plainfield is like top 3 most dangerous cities to ever go to. I used to work there for many years. My dad owned a car lot in Plainfield. And there were like 3 Crown Chickens. That's gotta be what you're talking about. And they did make some damn good chicken. They also had Kennedy fried chicken. There was a Crown Chicken, and right down the street was Kennedy, not Kentucky. Kennedy fried chicken. And both of them made pretty damn good chicken, but they were really bad areas. You'd get shot. You'd get shot for some Crown Chicken, but you might take the chance.
Assume that hits. It's gonna be a 1d8 on sword.
The one across from me is a Palace fried chicken. Oh, around me there's a chain. You look it up. There are like all over. They're all in the worst areas though. Crown Chicken. They're like look at the top 10 worst cities in New Jersey. I bet you there's a Crown Chicken there.
Pierces it directly into where that ice is gathered. As it does, it cracks open the back of its armored shell, almost peeling it open like a shrimp. You can now see all of its fleshy.
Like McDowell's, yes. It's like the McDowell's of chicken.
Extremely close.
I remember growing up, I'd see Kennedy Fried Chicken, and I thought it was like a mom and pop operation, and then I found out there were a bunch of them. And then one of my friends was like, my dad owns Crown Chicken, and I'm like, that's down the street from Kennedy. And they're like, you know that place? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, no one knows that place because you die for chicken. And I go, I work down the street. And I died for chicken. I'm dead. I'm not alive. No, like in all honesty, they were like, my father's been held up at gunpoint like 8 times in the last 10 years. They're robbed constantly. It's in like a horribly dangerous area.
14 for the first attack. Wait, do we still have Scanlan's inspiration?
You do, yeah.
Some?
You do. You have a die.
I have the die.
I have the die.
Do I get 6 on both attacks? I do, don't I?
Any Hood Fried Chicken Shack is excellent. Neil, do you have any by you?
All right.
Like anywhere in your vicinity, do you have a Crown or a Kennedy Fried Chicken? Not that you live in a bad area, but like I could get to a Crown Chicken in 10 minutes. I live in a great area, but I could get to a Crown Chicken in like 10 minutes. All I gotta do is go over the bridge, and there's a Crown Chicken. Like literally, I live in one of the most like nice areas in New Jersey, and you literally go 5 minutes that way over the bridge, and you're in like one of the worst areas in New Jersey. It's crazy how local you are to the most dangerous areas. What's the chicken place by you, Neil?
Second dagger definitely hits. That's a 26.
Yes. Neither of them are sneak attack, unfortunately.
Palace, Crown, Kennedy, and Chubby Burger are about the Chubby Burger. That's what I never heard. I heard of Palace.
Right.
When Michael said Palace, I heard of them, but Chubby Burger, I've never heard of. I want to know about this place. I want to go to a Chubby Burger. Who's down for Chubby Burger? Everybody like the video. We need 23 more likes, and we have 23 more minutes left. We need to like a minute. Like a minute, everybody. Start liking the video, and I'll drink the shit out of this alcohol.
As it moves, still running towards Pike.
I miss Best Burger. I don't know if that was a mom and pop. I've never heard of Best Burger either.
Just taking the shot.
I've got like McDonald's, a wing shop, T-Bell, and Subway within 20 minutes unless I drive onto campus.
14 to hit.
I would say I have half of those within 5 minutes. Yeah, McDonald's is probably like a little less than 10 away.
And I'm going to take the other
And a
shot.
Subway, if I had to go to... My sister was just telling me, we had a Blimpie Subs about 5 minutes away. The only reason I didn't tell you guys was my sister was like, they went out of business the other day.
Okay.
That was a place I used to go in high school. She said the other day they went out of business. But a Subway, I'd have to go like 10 or 15 minutes. But I got I got pretty much all of the above within 10 minutes of me.
Physical form is barely wavering, and it's able to keep corporeal. You aim the second shot as you fire. It detonates
Wing
that
shot.
portion of its upper.
Is that the commercial? I got a wing shop. Yes. I never go there, but I definitely have a wing shop near me. Like it's called, isn't it called Wingstop or Wing Shop? I see a bunch of commercials.
Okay.
There's one of those like very close to me. McDonald's is very close to me. I just never go there.
Vex there?
Taco Bell's my go-to.
Yeah, you do.
The one that I gotta kind of go a distance for, White Castle. White Castle is my favorite, if not one of my favorite fast food places. I gotta drive a good 15-20 minutes to get to a White Castle.
26.
Taco Bell is next to the White Castle, but then they just built one 3 minutes away from my house, the Taco Bell. But until that, I would have to go a good 15-20 minutes to get to a Taco Bell and a White Castle. The White Castle is still far. How do you want to do it? We finally got there. Finally did the how do you want to do this. That was a long ass battle, no joke.
And I grab him, and I see he's still struggling, so I take another
Baker's
one.
dozen. Anybody new in the chat? Who's new in the chat? Say what's up, Jay. All you gotta do is say, hey, what's up, chat, or hey, what's up, Jay. and I will
Into the magma
drink
and the slightly still
a good amount. You could probably see the
form of
line based on the shadow. It's right here.
And
The
just
line
for
is right here.
flavor, I take a
I will
big gust
drink
of
half this
air, a big wind
freaking
burst,
delicious
like a
beverage.
whoosh
It
down
is.
into
It has
the
got
lava pool.
some, not some. It's about half
As you do it,
booze at this
slams
point.
down, you hear it scream,
Half booze.
underneath its
We're down to
quiver, the wind
15,
bursts,
16
hits,
minutes
cool air
left.
rushes through the tunnel, all of you guys
We
hear
got
it.
some ground to make
Everything's
up
blown back
on
for
the
a second.
likes.
Cover your eyes. As you look back, the magma has cooled to a solid rock covering surface. As
Hot
darkness falls back into the
magma.
tunnel, to near pitch. As Tiberius hits light in the tunnel, you
The
look down, you can
crispy,
see
not
the
so spicy
horror,
thing.
Which portion of its upper
Cake
torso is
churro
now
sounds good. I don't eat Taco Bell except very rarely for their morning burrito. I have never made it to Taco Bell for the breakfast yet.
All right.
What I've told you guys before, since high school, I always get the steak quesadilla. I get steak quesadilla, double meat with guacamole and extra onions. That's what I get.
You guys, I don't care.
Steak quesadilla, double meat, extra onions, guacamole. And then I get like 30 fire sauce. And I soak it. I soak the shit out of it. The more dangerous the area, the better the chicken. I would probably agree. Take a shot for Vinny. He feels ignored. Vinny, are you here? Vinny, to the great Vinny. We're going to drink. This is for Vinny, everybody. We're going to have a quarter swig for Vinny. We've also hit 28 likes. We're 22 likes away. And down to 15 minutes. 15 minutes left. Cheers to Vinny, because we do love Vinny. The great Vinny. Vinny, this is for you.
I put my hand in my pizza.
You killed them all, Grog. You were magnificent.
Hey, Grog.
How old is Vinny now? Star. How old is Vinny? I know I've asked 100 times, and not a lot of time has gone by. But I always forget. What is Vinny like? 56 years old? No, I'm just joking. I know Vinny is old enough to play sports and stuff like that.
I'm brother, where are
I feel fine.
Oh, brother, where art thou? I just had to react to that. 15. I knew it was teenage years.
I'm full hit points.
Technically, he's just in the same room as the stream. Well, Vinny, if you're watching, you are loved by all, and I wish you good luck. Has the season started yet for sports? I feel like doesn't Vinny play baseball or softball or something like that?
You
22 points
To everyone.
everyone heals 22 points damage.
Everyone heals points, everybody. He'll be Sweet 16 soon in May. Cake churro. Oh my god, I did see it. How was that? I saw the cake churro before and I'm like, why does that sound familiar? The cake churro at Taco Bell tastes like the birthday cake from Milk Bar. Is that a good thing? I did the other day, because I literally, I'm not kidding you right now. I'm not kidding you. It just popped up on my phone.
For another
Look
20 or
at
so minutes, bring
this.
yourself along, sore from the
Well, I
impact
can't
of
show
battle. Bits of the armor
Literally, I
scarred.
just got an email. It like popped up a thing, and I got to put in my password. I just got a thing from Taco Bell, and the first thing that popped up was cake churros, and it's like a churro popping in the air with confetti sprinkles everywhere. It looks pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Looks pretty good.
acidic nature of
Wait, do you know what's funny? What's funny is the armor I had before this.
Oh, he just played once in middle school. It was kind of gross, though. I'm not a churro guy,
Look at that.
but it did look pretty amazing when it snapped into glory.
Entirely. Grog, what armor do you have?
He's more of a gamer geek now. Hey, I mean, that's the age for it to happen, I guess.
Currently, as you're walking, you look down and notice that the armor on your torso has near completely dissolved.
The acid has dissolved all of the armor. I love it. I love that Grog
You
is
have
singing.
no additional armor class bonus for any armor. Your hide armor is gone. It is
What about the
completely
black
dissolved.
armor? Put on the dwarven's black plate armor.
They're dwarves.
Yeah, they're dwarves. Oh my god, I love it.
Make it a big one.
What if Grog used 3 dwarven armors to make 1 Grog armor? I feel like Grog would need at least 3 dwarven armors to make 1.
Take it off. It shrinks down to like a little toddler. Like a top. I'm wearing it like a Scientology unibody underwear underneath. It's fine.
A Scientology unibody
With
underneath.
toddler size, and I hand it to Grog.
back.
And I go to my pack and I take out my old armor, which is acid resistant, not quite as cool as what I was wearing, but I don't want.
You had 2 pairs of gloves.
I can't. Huh?
Kidding,
I can't stare at his pecs for the next 3 days, so I'll give him my armor and
Vax has
and put on what I had before.
given his armor to Grog as a nice gesture of greatness.
This scarred, nearly naked Goliath form has been
A
lumbering
scarred,
through
nearly naked Goliath.
Grog. You place
Grog didn't even care. Grog was dancing and singing, saying, "Ladies, here I am. I'm ready for
I'm
you."
going to be the person who actually examines the cart at this point.
I love it. It's a cinnamon twist, which seems redundant to me, but I've never had a churro, so I wouldn't know. I used to get churros, believe it or not, the only time I could ever remember getting a churro was in Disney World or Land, either one. I've been to both. I remember getting them at the carts that went around the streets of Disney World. That's the only time I could ever remember getting a churro. And it was delicious, don't get me wrong. I'm just not a pastry guy. I've never been. I tell people all the time, if you gave me the option of the most delicious pastry ever, or a beer or alcoholic beverage, I'm always going to go beer or alcohol. And if those aren't allowed, and you said, Jay, you could have this pastry, or a steak, or a shish kebab, or a meat on a stick, or something like that, I'm always going to go with the meat. I'm such a carnivore meat eater type of guy. I never go with the pastry. It could be the most sugary, delicious treat you ever had, and I'm always going to go with the meat. I just love meat. I love steak. I love chicken. I love pork. I get fat belly all the time. I love, what is it, chorizo?
Glass unit.
I love anything. Anything meat. Anything salty, like juicy meat, sushi, fish, any kind of fish. I'm always going to go with the fish or the meat or the juicy goodness over the sugary delight. I don't know. I just never been, savory over sweet. I've always been that way. It's probably why I've also never been like heavy set. I always stay pretty lean. The only thing that makes me put on weight is the alcohol and beer. I drink a lot of beer on occasion, but I never eat sweets. I'm not a sweet guy.
Process that weird naga creature you fought earlier came from.
There could be more.
Yeah, loot the ogres.
Loot the ogres. Loot the ogres, everybody. We're down to 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Need 22 likes. Looks like we're watching the trailer for Condor Man and calling it a day, everybody.
I'll take it. I am searching the ogres and I keep the 24 forces. I give 2 to back.
I keep the 24 gold and give 2 to Vax. Here's 2.
So mark that in your inventory. You have some hand-sized shards of broken glass.
And my closet grit maker lives in PA.
Anything else you guys wish to do in this section?
So we search the ogres.
I need someone to make me good, sweet, and savory grits. I was like, oh, my grit maker. I was so confused. I was like, what? Grits. We're talking grits. Every time I've had grits, I agree. Star. Every time I've had grits in my life, it's at like a restaurant or a diner, and like it's never good. And some people are like, "Oh, you don't like grits," and I'm like, maybe I just haven't good grits.
Make sure you mark how many you've used.
Like it's not often I see it an option, and when I do, it sucks.
Just hear the sounds of ones.
All right. As you guys take a moment to heal yourselves, you pull yourselves back.
Oh, I think Matt's gonna call it a day here.
You tread further.
It's
down
looking like we're ending things.
Another 25
maybe
minutes
soon.
of the slight curvature.
Hominy grits with some cheddar is stupid. The only reason I know hominy is because of my cousin Vinny. When he walks in the diner and he's like, "Grit, what the hell's a grit?" And he's like, "Hominy grits."
You're on the.
I make me some hominy grits. I don't know what it is, but I know it from the movie.
There are a few small streams of lava pouring from the ceiling. You can look above.
What is hominy grit? So, like, what's the difference between a hominy grit and a regular grit? How do you cook your grits? Are they al dente or?
Let's go pick up Trinket.
I'm just joking. It's my cousin Vinny thing.
All right. So.
Is that what you did?
Trinket. We brought up Trinket.
So
Yes.
we went down and went down.
I can't tell we doubled back,
Yeah.
but it was
So,
the visual.
Double back.
And I'll have more of this.
I want to know about Trinket. Instant grits. Oh, that's what it was. Do you make it al dente or are they instant grits or something like that? Instant grits have come in handy for a quick meal. Sweet and savory, different type of corn.
So we're.
It's been 2 years, but those were amazing.
We'll go get
I've had
Trinket,
cheddar grits
then
and
we'll go
honey
down the path
grits.
we should have gone down in a bit.
I think it was honey at least. I don't remember the first grit I had, except they sucked. Orlando Waffle House. I've never been to a Waffle House. How crazy is that? All my friends are like, what? Whenever I tell them I've never been to a Waffle House, they punch me in the face immediately.
Defeated one of the abominations that was created for the siege war. I think you've accomplished quite a few things, though maybe not as directly as you were hoping.
And we got our bear back.
All right, so you
And we got our bear back.
carpet. It's
We're
a very
riding
very
bareback.
stringent as the
We got our bear
weight
back.
limit for the
You go in.
carpet.
He's with me and he cast it.
You can
I don't
go
like
back
grits,
line,
and I live in the South. Yeah, like I said, I've had them a few times at random. There's,
as you make your way.
I want to say like Cracker Barrel maybe. There's a place I used to go that would offer you grits as an option. It might have been Cracker Barrel.
In the distance as you see
And I tried it once because I'm like, I gotta know.
fish-like head.
And I was
with a
like,
few tentacles
it tastes
in
like-
the distance. You all instinctively step
like,
quite a distance
I
away, and it's
don't
just
even know.
all
It
back.
wasn't like it wasn't the worst thing I ever had, but it was like flavorless, almost like baby food or paste.
A natural
I remember it being like very bizarre. Like I put it this way, I wasn't like I gotta have some of that again. I wasn't about it.
You all step back and turn now into the tunnel that descends further into the heart of this mountain. You can see streams of lava pouring from the top occasionally, and one central flow of molten rock.
I'll take a pic of a regular
fill
corn
half the
and a
cavern,
hominy
like a small river
kernel
heading down
when I get a
to the
chance.
base of the
You
mountain.
really have to
This
either
is
know
very
what the
familiar
fuck you're
to you.
doing or have a very specific flavor or textured palate.
Spent the whole game doing
Well, we took a wrong turn, I guess.
Flexing our muscles. a
flexing
little
our
bit.
muscles.
Flexing our muscles.
And Lord,
You got some new armor.
Y'all got naked too.
as you guys continue to step
Oh,
up,
Matt's ended it. I heard it in his voice.
the next length of your subterranean.
I heard it.
We'll pick that up next week. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in to Critical Role. Some intense battles, an intense encounter choice on your guys' part.
Intense encounter
on that.
choice.
And here's this
What
guy.
is this?
What is this guy?
Right, so,
Zach is back.
Amy,
Zach
winner
attack.
of our first giveaway.
Congrats, Amy!
Huzzah!
Whoever hasn't signed this, we're gonna pass it around to all sign it for Amy.
Should we watch this?
Thank you.
Is this a watchable thing, or is that
Thank you,
Back-
Amy. That's awesome.
on another delivery from Pizza Land? Back on another. Is it back on it? Back from? Or you're out going on another delivery, my friend? Either way,
For the next package?
I don't think we're hitting the 50 likes again, everybody.
Yeah.
We're about to hit 30.
Oh, okay.
We're like about to hit 30, but not 50.
So, we've got
Damn it,
a little
all
bit
this
of
talk
notes,
making me
so
salivate. Yeah,
these guys
I'm very
sign
hungry.
this
I'm not gonna lie. I am
and
starving. I am very hungry. I'm going to go eat. We're gonna maybe we'll watch the Condor
promo kit.
heading out. Oh, you're heading out. We're gonna end the stream after all this is over.
Boom.
I think there's another 2 or 3 minutes. We're gonna watch the Condor Man trailer that Star sent me, just because I'm curious.
Path this is taking.
And then we'll probably call it a night. I'll shout everybody out, and well, I actually also want to see next week's video.
Sons of Black Goo.
I want to see next week's video.
Week in a row.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Why can't we be
The chat room
friends?
creature choices, those will be an occasional thing, not a weekly thing, because it's too difficult to keep up
Hey
with
Jay,
that.
keep
The
the
random
Condor
stuff
Man
that's
volume
creature
down.
prepare
It's
for,
Disney.
but every
The
week or
property
so, I'm gonna
might
throw
get
one of
you
those out there for
copy.
guys to
Is it
come and
really
watch.
Condor
Hopefully you'll be
Man?
there for one of those episodes.
Flight of the
Put
Conchords?
your
Clever.
friends together, vote for the creature you
Flight of the
want to see,
Conchords, one of my
and,
favorites ever. You know
and
that.
if a TP
We're talking
happens,
Condor
it's not my fault. It's
Man.
totally on you guys.
I think it. What's the year on it, Star? What's the year on Condor Man?
Party kill.
I've never seen it. The movie. I've never seen the trailer.
So guys, we're not going to go
becomes Critical Role
offline
Season
just now. We're going to stick around for a little while. We're going to throw the.
Are they still doing the Q&A on this?
So I'm going to leave it up to the chat room. It's up to you guys. We can either come back and play some Bloodborne on the PS4 that you guys bought us, or we can come back and play some Just Dance 2014 that you guys also bought us. So it's dancing
Bloodborne.
or Bloodborne.
Bloodborne or
Bloodborne.
Just Dance
Bloodborne
2014?
Really angry.
Get pissed
I
off.
don't get
man.
angry.
Just watch him
Lucas gets
die.
angry.
This game,
Lucas gets angry.
the beginning of this game will make you angry. All right.
You don't get angry?
Now the question
Have you
is,
played Dark
if we
Souls
were,
or Demon Souls? Because
I think actually, what was it?
Or Mimics from
or whatever.
Demon Souls Mimic.
Mimics.
I know the pain you're in for.
What was it?
Mimics.
Something like that. That game pissed me off.
Bocce ball?
Wings of Fire. Wings
Oh,
of
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh man, that one's heavy.
Got memories of Lethal Weapon 4 with the end song of Why Can't We Be Friends? Yes. 1981. Okay, that's what I thought. I was going to say, I feel like it was like early 80s. So Disney got the rights.
Who would want to stick around for that?
Wait, is this the Just Dance episode? We've always been at war with East Asia. It's business time.
20 minutes or so. Stay for a little bit.
I bet they're all gonna ask for dancing now.
Oh, that's it. It just abruptly ended. I was gonna say like they do have some abrupt endings. I just want to jump into 6.
Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Welcome
that
to
is
Critical Role tonight. We
crazy.
have
Oh
some
my
interesting
God,
adventure-
this is the shortest one yet, everybody. Maybe it's a good thing we're not doing 30 minutes. It doesn't start. Well, it starts at the 5-minute mark. I just want to say.
So, last we left off.
Ready? We're gonna hit the last we left off just to get out of the way.
I need music. The music's important to me.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Actually, I'm gonna not. Because if I listen to any more, we're gonna have nothing left. My God. This is the shortest one yet. I thought they might start getting longer. 2.5 hours. There's like 2 hours and 20 minutes before I even do anything. We're definitely gonna have to narrow this one down. All right, what do we do? Where do we go? 126. That's an hour. All right. Maybe we'll do like a 45-minute YouTube video or a Patreon hour. If we do 45 minutes, Patreon hour, which I do the intros and exits. I always say Patreon hour. Between if we do a 45 minute, it's usually like a 55 minute to an hour. So let's do a 45-minute YouTube Patreon hour. If we do 15 minutes of YouTube, that'll give us an hour and a half. All right. We're going to do a 45-minute of content Patreon hour, which, like I said, will end up being probably close to an hour. And then 15 minutes of YouTube. That'll give us 26 minutes before the break. And then it goes right into the next, and it's an hour. So, I mean, God, that's a short one. Wait, are these 1984 references? Oceania, what was in Eurasia and East Asia? Oceania? Isn't Oceania the name of the flight in Lost? Actually, I'm going to not... Wait, are these 1984 references? I don't know what the other references were, but I'm going to go to the Discord. Nobody leave yet. We're going to still say goodbye to everybody, but I'm shutting this down. I'm shutting the clock off. We're going to the Discord. And I'm going to queue up the trailer for Condor Man. Star is saying, be careful because of copyright. Where is it? Oh, there. ViewMasters for references. Did you send it to me privately? Why don't I see it? Is that Condor Man? Oh, it was. I was going to say, is it all the way up there? All right, everybody. Here we go. Sign in to confirm you're not a bot? Really? For Condor Man? What is this nonsense? All right, we're going to pause it first. All right. Condor Man is queued up. What is this? Ad. How dare you? How dare you? All right. We're going to cue that. We're going to take this window out. I'm going to take the window down. All right. Ad. There's gold in them there hills. There's gold in them there hills. What is that from? I know that. There's gold in them there hills. I know that from something. I don't know what it is. By Adam Perry. The following preview has been approved by audiences. I don't think it'll be a problem with copyright, Star, because of the fact that it's a trailer. Most of the time, trailers don't matter. Turning test on Jay, what's... Oh, I saw something, and then it disappeared. So yeah, I don't think it'll matter, because most trailers, especially something from the 80s, the Beverly Hillbillies. There's gold in them there hills. I knew it sounded familiar. Yeah, the trailers usually don't give a problem with copyright. It's usually fair use, especially, like I said, something from the 80s. But the volume's already pretty low. Like Critical Role, let's just hear it real quick.
By the evil Count Lorca.
By the evil Count Lorca. I'm going to turn it up a little, because Critical Role naturally just has, like, loud volume. All right, we're going to watch this, and then we're going to call it a night. Like and subscribe if you haven't. We just finished episode 5. If you weren't here, I see a couple of people jumping in. We're going to do episode 6 next week, obviously, but we're going to do the trailer of Condor Man. Hey, I was getting smacked for using still images back when I made reviews. I don't know all the rules. I think it'll be all right. I'll take the chance. Progressive. Here we go. We're jumping in. Condor Man from 1981. Courtesy of Star.
Who can save Princess Juliet? Held captive by the evil Count Lorca. Who can save the city? Who?
Oh my god, it is Disney. Look at this. Who? My god. Already comical. Condor Man. Oh my god. I'm pausing it for a second. I'm going to just in case of copyright problems, I'm going to pause it in between just to break up the monotony. But what the hell is happening right now? And I can't believe this is actually a Disney movie. These are Porsches. Those were Porsches. Chasing him.
Have you seen this report on this Condor Man? On this man Wilkins?
See these? I don't know if they all are. I think they might all be Porsches of different eras, or like different models. But a lot of them are Porsches.
He's an amateur. Do you hear? He is not an agent of the CIA. He is a writer of comic books.
This guy is excited. Look at how he's beating these guys up. He's beating up all these guys with suitcases.
But how can we escape? Fly?
But how could we escape? Fly? It's like she didn't pause. Oh my god.
I'm sorry I had to get so violent.
This is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. But how did we escape? Fly? She didn't pause for 5 seconds and even said it oddly. But you gotta love her.
It was the only language they understood.
The lasers are great. I mean, that was, honestly, considering that was pretty well done. Considering what we're looking at, that was pretty well done. They shot fake lasers and the ship split in half and exploded. That too. Condor. I've 100% not ever seen this in my life. Oh my god. Ridiculous. This trailer has been edited by oh my god, Adam Perry. That dude is either a genius or the craziest son of a bitch I ever saw in my life. And I didn't even see him. I just saw his trailer. Crazy shit. I'm happy I saw it. Definitely never seen that movie in my life. I'm happy we took a peek at it. I never said Condor Man was a good film. I said it was a blast. No, it's one of those movies that definitely is like a guilty pleasure type of ridiculousness. I mean, I've seen a lot of movies like this. This is like something out of like Miami Connection or what is it? The Hawaii movie I'm thinking of. Oh my God, there's like a whole theme song for it. The perverted guy that always has the girls rip their tops off. What is the Hawaii? It's got a Hawaii in the name. Someone knows what I'm talking about. Miami Connection and this other movie are always like intertwined. That and like American, is it American Ninja? I think it's American or something with Ninja, American Ninja. All these movies, like the horrible bad movies, Trolls 2 and stuff like that. Hot Ticket to Hawaii. Is it Hot Ticket to Hawaii? Something, Hot Ticket to Hawaii. It's something with Hawaii in it. There's a ticket and there's a Hawaii and you have a ticket and you're going to Hawaii. I don't know. I have no idea. You could rent it on YouTube. Benny Hill has a Hawaii in the name. Samurai Cop, that's what I'm thinking of. Samurai Cop. What's the Hot Ticket to Hawaii? I'm saying it wrong. It's something like Hot Ticket to Hawaii. Hard Ticket? Is it Hard Ticket? Hard Ticket to Hawaii. There's like a whole theme song. A VHS rental place made me pay $30 for their copy of Condor Man because it hadn't been taken out in 15 years. I think it's Hard Ticket to Hawaii. That sounds more like it. Nah, that's hyperbolic. It's been 6 years. Well, I'm pretty sure it's Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Not enough bad wigs. That was interesting, and I love it. I love that kind of stuff. I love horribly good movies. Anyway, we're going to call it a night. I'm starving to death. I haven't eaten in 500 years. I'm dying slowly in my soul. But everybody, we're going to jump in. I mean, like I said, it's probably a good thing we didn't hit the 50 likes because next week is the shortest episode by far of all of season 1, campaign 1 so far. Shouting everybody out. Clever name I made. Star, Michael, Verog, and Ace, my moderators. Love you all. Movie Rex, including 2 documentaries. Daniel O'Day. We have, I think I said Star. Who is Backless Door? I think that was Michael trying something out. We also had M. Gormley, my good friend Neil, Marion Ravenwood, Holly Mac 79, Ninja Master with $10 in super chats. Love you, Ninja Master. Also Ace with the $2 super chat as well. Clever name I made. I think I already said you. Colvin, Shane Barron. I've hit a gap. Oh, the Azure Sky. There's Marion Ravenwood. Daniel O'Day, I already said. I think that's all I could see up until now. I think I got pretty much half of everybody, if not all of you. Oh my god, Rogue was in here. I didn't see Rogue. Rogue just stood out to me because of the amazing purple icon. Purple is my favorite color. If I missed you, Emily Mary, I apologize. I did miss Emily Mary. If I missed you, you know I love you. If not, I'll see you next week. Is it Friday?